Good morning. This is your wake up alarm. 3, 2, 1.
This is Ace and TJ 5G.
Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Ace. TJ. Riggins. Alexis. Tech D-Rob.
Every day.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Live from the Calitrin Studios, this is the Ace and TJ Show.
How about that? Naming rights, baby.
What do you say?
How big time are we?
What do you say?
Do it, Rob. Do it one more time.
Live from the Calitrin Studios, this is the Ace and TJ Show.
That's
All
right. We have naming rights now for the first time ever. What?
Trend.
Not for long. Wait until they hear that. I'm kidding. That was very good.
Thanks.
That was good.
Like, you should now have enough money to hire a good voice guy, a voiceover person.
I thought you did a fine job, Rob.
Thanks.
Good.
Yeah.
Brought some excitement to it. I mean, now we got it all, like, Staples Center, Bank of America Stadium, Spectrum Center, the Calitrin Studios.
Calitrin Studios. Okay.
Where is Spectrum Center? Is that in Charlotte?
Yeah.
I like it.
So, how about that? Big time.
Cool.
Naming rights.
That was lit.
But
Alexis,
we
you're already
should,
on one today.
but when we get the real voiceover person, the voice person doing it, big voice guy.
Yeah.
We should make them say it, Calitrin, like that. Stretch it out, make it our own brand of Calitrin. Calitrin. They'd love that. Calitrin would. They don't, they're not listening.
I have the slightest feeling, though. So, by the way, Calitrin is acetj.com/weight loss if you want to find out more about Calitrin and the Calitrin Studios. But it's a great product. They're having tremendous success with us. We're thrilled to be working with them for years now, and you can find out more again, acetj.com/weight loss. I have the sincere feeling that Alexis is kind of on one today from an attitude standpoint. Because you've already come in here mocking people, and
I did not.
You came in blazing.
I came in quietly and sweetly, and you guys started with me like every day.
What did we say?
That I was wrong about something I said.
But you were.
You don't have to tell me I'm wrong every time I'm wrong.
She got a point there.
But I wasn't
Immediately
saying it as in you
yeah.
were wrong. I was saying it as just a conversation thing.
Like all he pointed out was
I was helping you.
Yeah.
the conversation was about black coffee, and TJ was saying if it's got anything in it, it's not. He never thought it would be considered black coffee. And Alexis was like, well, she thought it was just unless you put sweetener in it or whatever.
No.
Creamer.
Creamer, that it's black coffee.
Yeah, yesterday she said she was drinking black coffee with a little sugar in it, and then she said that her boyfriend said when she got home it also had nutmeg in it
And cinnamon.
so you shortchanging it. And then that's why I said, well, yeah, and black coffee just means it doesn't have anything in it. It's just black. Like my mama drinks black coffee. It tastes like ashes.
You just pour the coffee gets poured out of the pot or whatever
Yeah.
right into the cup. Nothing else happens.
And I either drink my coffee, I go through stages. I drink it with Splenda and a lot of that powdered creamer,
Ew.
or black. I go one way or the other. It's either loaded up with junk or nothing.
And Alexis just starts rifling back.
Well, because it's like
Making
no
fun of
matter
people,
what I
yeah.
do, I'm always wrong in this place.
He was
I'm
having a
like,
conversation.
I know.
being
Well,
right
even
for
the
once.
conversations, I'm wrong.
Gosh, you're so. Everybody's against you, aren't they?
Bless it.
That's what it seems like.
Bless her.
That's all right. We'll power through.
But you were grouchy yesterday too.
I wasn't grouchy yesterday.
Yeah, you were. You
No,
were in a
I was
bad mood
not.
yesterday.
I was at peace.
No.
Yeah, I was doing
You
little
were-
hearts with
You
Riggins.
were complaining about your monthly illness that you go through.
I can't complain
You were
about that.
complaining- No, I'm just saying that it may be today why you're taking offense to the
See what you
tiniest
guys
things.
are doing. I see what y'all are doing, and I'm not falling for it. Do not gaslight me. Do not trigger me. Don't do any of that.
Oh, God.
Don't trigger me.
All right.
Yeah, we need a trigger warning from you. That's what we need.
Let's see what's trending.
Now trending on the Ace and TJ Show.
TJ mentioned it right before we went on the air. It is a Singles Awareness Day. And apparently, it's February 15th, but this says it's to remind you all the benefits of being single. And I feel like it's a little too early to be reminding people of the benefits of being single the day after Valentine's Day.
Maybe wait a few days.
Maybe give it a day. Give it a beat.
Maybe like a Friday.
I would think a lot of people would be like, do I need to be reminded today that I'm single?
Yeah, like
you know that. You know you're aware you're single because everybody else was doing something yesterday.
Yeah, but this is the perfect day to tell people the good things about being single if they're, down about not getting to celebrate Valentine's Day with a lover.
It's a mourning period. So, once your dog dies, you don't want to immediately people running up to you going, there's a lot of dogs in the world. You can go get another dog. You're like, I know, but my dog died yesterday. Can you give me like a day?
Well,
because, for example, today you're going to go to work and you're going to hear from everybody about all the great things they did.
Yeah.
Or here's what I got for Valentine's Day. What did y'all do last night? You're just going to sit there, knowing that you just, down a half-gallon of ice cream.
Yeah, right.
But if you're that sad today because yesterday was Valentine's Day and you didn't have a partner, then you need to look into other areas of why you're sad in life. If you let Valentine's Day, a made-up holiday, commercialized and all, get you that down because you're not with somebody right now, you might need a different pick-me-up in life. You may need to, not go for an extended stay, but at least go to a hospital for about an hour.
Well,
and
I just think-
get somebody to talk to you.
You're always trying to send someone to the hospital.
I just think sometimes when you're surrounded by this stuff, if I may kind of paraphrase what I believe Alexis would say in this case, sometimes you just be sad.
Yeah, sometimes it just be like that.
You just be all in your feelings, and you just need some time.
Yeah.
But feel your feels, though.
Right.
You know?
There you go.
Feel
Feel
your
your
feels.
feels. Thank you, Alexis. That's what
Yeah.
I was going for.
Do
Today's
that.
the day to feel your feels on Singles Awareness Day.
Build up your immunity, your emotional immunity.
Do it all. Go crazy.
Feel your feels.
Louis Vuitton has tapped Pharrell Williams as their next men's head designer, according to the Wall Street Journal.
He designing heads?
He's designing heads now.
Okay.
He's got a cool street style. Makes
He
sense.
does.
Louis Vuitton always looking to stay on the cutting edge of things. So Pharrell's got a new job. And he's also got a new album coming out, I think, soon.
And he has a huge summer festival at the beach in Virginia, too.
Yeah, he's-
Something in the water.
It's kind of like the quiet entrepreneur. Like he's got his hands in everything.
I wonder what his new album will sound like.
Happy?
Probably like all the other albums.
Well-
He has that same sound in each song.
He does.
It's a signature kind of thing.
He definitely
It's not
does.
a repetitive, non-creative thing. It's just his signature music.
It's his vibe.
Yeah, it is. It's his vibe.
It's his vibe.
Pharrell. Pharrell, though.
We got our first picture of Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix in Joker 2. She
Okay.
plays Harley Quinn. She
I'm
posted
in.
this
Nice.
picture
I'm
on
totally in.
Instagram.
She would be a good Harley Quinn.
Yeah. I loved
That
the
is,
Joker movie. It was so good.
That is also in the running for a picture with the two weirdest people in the country on in one shot.
Yeah, I mean, they're oddballs. There's no doubt about it.
I love Lady Gaga, though.
Yeah.
I think she's
great.
way cooler than people give her credit for. I don't think she's all that
She's a
odd.
cool weirdo.
Yeah, I think she's real cool.
Very vibey.
Yeah, I like her
Is
a
your
lot.
computer screen cracked, Riggins?
Yeah.
How'd you do that? In a drunken rage?
In a drunken rage, it just punched
You
the
let
laptop.
it in a drunken rage. You let Ace get
No.
close to it.
You know,
Hey,
Take that.
my computer's scar free over here. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
for now,
For years, it has been.
you're right. You've
Yeah.
never done that. And then I just thought this was kind of interesting. Page 6 has this story about Steven Spielberg coming up to Tom Cruise during the Oscars luncheon on Monday, saying that he thanked Tom Cruise for saving the movie industry, basically. He said, "Thank you. Your movie, Top Gun Maverick, saved cinematic distribution," because Tom Cruise obviously had finished Top Gun Maverick and then waited a while, and then they did reshoots during COVID just so that he could have it be released in theaters. And Steven Spielberg thanked him for it in a private conversation.
And you remember that meltdown that Tom Cruise had that ended up on the internets? And he was screaming that everybody is depending on us here.
Yeah.
You know, he knew
Yeah.
when he was doing it what was going to happen.
Yeah.
That what was on the line there. And, you know,
You have to agree with that, though. He's right.
Yeah.
That's what got people going back to the movies. And again, I saw that thing at the end of the year that they said if you compared this cinematic year to, I think it was 2019, the last full pre-COVID year, that the movies that came out actually made a little bit more at the theater on average.
Yeah.
Than, I mean, it's skewed a little bit by Avatar and Top Gun Maverick, but there were just fewer new movies that were put out. So that people are coming back. People like going to the movies.
Yeah.
And Tom Cruise better enjoy all of this while he can on his days on Earth. Soak it up as much as you can before he passes on and ends up in that lake of fire.
Well, let's just focus on the positive today.
That's what I said. Enjoy his spoils here on Earth.
Yeah, I don't know what they do after they get their own
the
planet.
alien people.
Yeah, I think they go to that volcanic.
They're
mountain.
going in the volcano. All
I
right.
think so. That's where he
they're
comes
going
from.
down in the volcano in hell.
Yeah, we're
The
saving
devil
the
poking
world.
him in that, with that pitchfork.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I guess people like Tom Cruise again. Love that.
Good.
And those are a few things that are now trending.
There is something that happened to some people. They were just sitting out in a little boat out in the ocean, enjoying a beautiful day. And what happened to them is one of those things that when you hear it, you're going to probably say something along the lines of, no. It's frightening. Next.
The Ace and TJ Show. Want to see your business on Ace TJ TV? Contact us now at acetj@acetj.com. The show will be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
Your little, don't call him my boyfriend, made a new friend yesterday. And he was all excited about it,
He was
right?
so excited. He sent me a text message.
And he doesn't have many friends here in North Carolina because he's from New York.
Yeah.
And all of his friends are there. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he texted me yesterday and he's like, hey, I made a new friend. So I called him because I was like, it better not be a woman friend. I don't like that. So I need clarification.
Okay.
So I called him. He's like, yeah. He was like, I was at the grocery store and this guy just came up to me and asked me if I played sports. And he was like, we got to talking and he works here in Charlotte and we exchanged numbers and blah, blah, blah. So I was not trying to ruin his excitement or his fun, but I said, is that how guys make friends? I was like, do they just go up to random guys at the grocery store and just start conversation and ask them, hey, do you play sports? And he's like, I don't know, I guess. I'm like, I don't know, babe. I was like, I think that he might be interested in something else.
Like he may have been flirting with him.
Yeah.
And, wanted to hook
Do
up.
you play sports?
Yeah, who says that, right?
Well,
Y'all,
I mean, it's
y'all
like,
don't
you
do
know.
that?
Well, I've told guys in stores and all before I've come to them and say, hey, wow, you've got the body of an athlete. So it's kind of the same thing.
It's a little strange to me.
Here's my question, though. Do you play sports? I would think would normally need to hey, we're looking for...
Yeah,
we're
we need
trying to pick up
softball
one more
players,
player for our softball team or for our basketball team or something. But that didn't follow. It was just the opening line was, "Do you play sports?"
Yeah, I don't know if the guy has some type of league or whatever the case was, but that's still weird to me.
But you said that guy that approached him is an athlete. He played college football.
He
or
played
something.
college football, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, would you go up to a guy and just be like, hey, do you play? I don't know. That just seems odd
No, that
to
wouldn't
me.
that wouldn't be my first thing that I would say to someone that I saw as a stranger in the store.
And at the grocery store, out of all
That's
places.
very true. Very true.
I would get it if it was at a sporting store.
So you didn't tell him any of this?
I did. I said all of it to him, and he told me I ruined everything.
Yeah, which is what you tell me all the time.
I wonder where he got that from.
Look at the twist that took place there.
And I told him, I said, listen, I'm just trying to make sure that you're okay. You're good.
Yeah,
That
so
you know what's going on.
If he were at Academy Sporting Goods or something and he's overlooking at the golf clubs and all, that could be hey, you play golf?
Yeah.
How often do you play? I don't get out there like I used to. I got a baby now, and my wife's on to me about being gone too much, whatever. That kind of thing could strike up a conversation. But just walking up to somebody in the produce section,
That's what I'm
going,
thinking.
Hey, wow,
That's where I imagined it in my head. It happened.
you look very, very fit and coordinated.
And if he was wearing those little joggers that he wears, I don't know.
All right, so
That does seem odd for there not to have been a follow up of. So we're looking for a guy to play on our softball team if you're
Right.
interested, kind of thing. That I would totally understand because you see a guy and think, I bet that guy's good. You just want the best players.
Yeah, but he was so like he sounds so deflated after I just ruined this thing for him.
But he doesn't need to have it ruined. Let him find out. The guy may be just a normal guy. It may just be the way he starts conversations with people.
Oh no.
What do you think, Riggins?
I think it's totally normal.
Really?
Yeah, at 100%.
I wouldn't go up to a girl and be like, "Hey," and I don't know. I just wouldn't do that.
I don't know.
Women go up to each other and say things like, "Oh my girl, I love your hair," or that top you're wearing is so cute. Where did you get that? I mean, strangers who are women will say that kind of stuff to each other, and that's pretty much the same kind of thing. It's like he just approached him about some man thing about sports.
I don't think that is that common at all. I don't think that's common at all. Just to walk up to some guy and go, "Hey, you play sports?"
No,
and
it's
just
not.
start a conversation with him.
Yeah.
It seems weird to me.
It's not common, but I can see where maybe he's not used to approaching people and all that.
Mm.
So how are we going to find out? He's going to start the friendship with him and pursue it.
Well, I asked him yesterday because I had an event last night, and so after I left, I said, "Hey," I was like, "Did you text your friend yet? Have you guys texted
Like,
yet?"
this is why guys can't have friends, because he makes a friend and she's like, gay! It's like, okay,
That's a good point. That's a valid point, Riggins.
gay.
Yeah, and now she's mocking him. Doesn't even know.
Oh, is it your friend? Is it your boyfriend? Oh, you're gonna make out? It's like, shut up. You haven't even you're like in your pajamas, like your hair's in a dirty bun. He's like, yeah, because I'm tired of hanging out with you. I gotta make like an actual friend. I'm thrilled. Get away from you. You got like Cheeto dust on your fingers. Is it your boyfriend? Shut up.
Go hang out with your friend.
So,
Exactly. I go friend to him.
Yeah.
How you doing?
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.
this lady is a mom, and she say that she thinks there should be kid-free movie theaters. No kids in the movie theaters.
Not bad.
And she said it doesn't matter what the movie is. Like, even if adults, like, Rob wants to go see an animated movie or something, there should not be kids allowed into it. You could go with that, couldn't you, Rob? You don't like kids?
No, I do not.
He just admits it. No, I do not. I do not like children.
And you know why it is? I think I figured out why Rob doesn't like children.
Why?
Is because they are, with the things that they find fun and entertaining and all, they are his peers, and he doesn't play well with others, and so that's why he doesn't like children, because he's not good at sharing. Like, he wants all the comic book movies to himself. He wants all of the animated T-shirts to himself. He doesn't want any of the other little kids having them.
That's an interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're ruining everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids are crowding his world because they like the same things.
How dare
So
they?
it would seem like everywhere Rob would go for some fun, he would run into a bunch of kids that he doesn't want to be around, because everything he does is built for children.
It's very interesting.
So he lashes out.
I should be selling that lemonade, not you.
No.
But he would want to sell it from inside the house.
Yeah.
And they have to leave
Yeah.
it. He would leave it outside. Like, come get it at this time.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
leave the money.
Leave the money.
Right. On the honor system.
I think it's maybe because he's scared that when he's going into his world, which is a childlike world, that the other children are going to beat him up. You remember? Because he was scared to go outside to those 9-year-olds that were taunting him on the doorbell camera.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're afraid of physical violence from a 9-year-old, Rob?
I mean, I don't, because I can't hit him back. So
Oh, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. Rob, you
I'll
wouldn't
go
even
to
hit it.
jail if I hit him back. So I don't
You
want
a
to get
punk.
involved.
But think about how many tender moments of joyous tears Rob has probably had interrupted in one of his movies by some child yelling out or something.
Yeah.
The kid speaking out when Spider-Man is turn him back into Tobey Maguire or whatever. It's rough. Now I understand him, and I get it. Yeah. I get it.
The kids are crying. He's crying. Like
Exactly.
everybody's crying.
Yeah. And he's afraid they're going to get all the chicken tenders at the concession stand.
They're moving
All the
in on
nuggets.
everything that he loves. He just can't
Everything.
get away from them.
Everything.
The Ace and TJ Show is now your favorite radio and TV show in the morning. Stream us anywhere on our YouTube channel at Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ Show.
So if you haven't checked it out, we're on YouTube. Ace TJ TV on YouTube is where you can find all of our stuff, including the show live every day if you want to watch it. So just go to YouTube and search for Ace TJ TV. I love when things work out, and this is just a little tidbit. If you missed it during the Super Bowl, the last remaining Blockbuster store, there's one. It's in Bend, Oregon. There's only one Blockbuster in the entire world. Put out during the halftime show, they posted an ad. So it's technically, it's not a Super Bowl ad like that was on the show, but they just posted it during halftime, and they had teased that it was coming out in news stations all over the country, had done little reports about the last Blockbuster is going to put out a Super Bowl ad. Play you just a little.
When the world ends
They're showing a cockroach walking across this desolate
and
land,
the internet streams no more,
walking through a neighborhood that's run down. This one little cockroach.
we'll still be here.
And he walks into a parking lot and looks up, and there's a big Blockbuster store up in front of him. I love when stuff like that works. There's a report out, came out last night, that they that last remaining Blockbuster store saw it after the ad aired. People going online. They do rent movies there, but most of their money comes from merchandise. So it was people going online and buying hats, T-shirts, and sweatpants.
Oh, that's cute.
It's a really good ad.
Now, do they have like movies that are coming out now, but like in DVD and stuff? Like new
No,
movies?
I think all they have is old stuff.
Old stuff,
Because
right? Yeah.
I don't think new stuff's even put out on DVDs anymore, really, are they?
I don't know.
Maybe. They may have some new stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. It's like DVD.
Yeah.
That's
What is
just cool.
that?
I don't even have a DVD player.
Yeah, I had to go buy one to attach to my computer
Really?
to watch it. Because I've got old stuff of my kids and all that's on DVD that I burned. That to watch it, I was like, oh man, what do I do now? Because when I got this computer a couple years ago, it doesn't have a DVD player, so I had to go buy an attachment that attaches to my computer.
Sounds so old.
Does this computer have a DVD on it?
Probably has an attachment on the side over there. You could plug in the USB port.
But it's not like built into the computer.
No, that's like this one. It's not built in to mine either. So there are a group of people that are out in the ocean. And to try to kind of give you a perfect idea, these women are paddling in the ocean. Some of them are sitting in the boat. One woman is sitting on, I don't know what they call those boats. I only see them in Hawaii, so I'm probably wrong about this. but
Banana
it's-
boats?
I don't know. It's got the two arms
No.
that stick off the side that has that like a balance piece
Yeah.
on the side.
It's kind of like a giant kayak type boat, but they use them to race in Hawaii. They race
Yeah.
each other in teams. They had it on the White
Oh,
Lotus.
yeah. I know what you're talking
Right.
about.
So they're out there, and these people are out in the water. And then this happens. Now, remember, there's one woman who's actually in the water when this transpires.
But we went food shopping yesterday. He made all the meals for today and tomorrow.
You know what that is? That is two things running on my computer at one time is what that is.
Yeah, I was like, what's
That's
going
why you
on?
didn't hear it. I got to cut this other thing off that started running.
It's like, who's cooking?
Sorry.
I was like, I don't
Thought maybe
understand.
the thing was going on in the background that we were trying while they were interviewing her about her restaurant.
No, sorry. That was something else started running on YouTube. But here we go.
Well made. That alone. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's like a horror
goodness. Woo.
But I mean, imagine that that thing shoots through the water making that noise. It's about 30 yards from you.
Oh man, I would have drowned.
Well,
whale
you
or
would drown
not.
anyway because you don't know how to swim. So
Yeah. You would have drowned at the little kiddie pool in the resort.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, Valentine's Day is over. We're going to grade your Valentine's Day. Coming up next.
Ace and TJ. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history, one of the biggest Netflix shows ever was a bit of real life, and the whole world was watching. Details next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Whether you are buying or selling a home, Chambers & Associates Realty team is here to help. Because this is what they do. They are experts, they are experienced, and they know what you need to get through this process easily. Again, whether you're buying or selling, call them 704-439-6232. 704-439-6232, or visit them online at lkncharlottehomes.com. That's lkncharlottehomes.com.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
This year, make the most of winter in Gaston County. Yes, it's winter and the days are shorter and it's tempting to hibernate, but there are all sorts of ways to have fun, both indoors and out right now in Gaston County. Outdoors, there's fast and dry snowless sledding at the Shooting Crowder Springs, ice skating, and more at the Whitewater Center. And it is the perfect time for great winter hikes in Gaston County. You can stay indoors and check out the Shield Planetarium and Museum. Plus, you can always root for the home team at Belmont Abbey or Gaston College. Play the slots at the Copper Two Penns Casino, and as always, great shopping is abundant all over Gaston County. Indoors or out, the winter is a great time to make some memories with your family in Gaston County. Get details now and see all of the incredible opportunities to have a great time this winter that are happening in Gaston County at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston. This winter, make some great memories in Gaston County.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
It was 31 years ago today, February 15th, 1992. Jeffrey Dahmer, yes, the Jeffrey Dahmer that so many people know from the Netflix series, was found sane and guilty of the brutal sex torture murders of at least 15 young men. Dahmer was sentenced to 15 life terms, totaling 957 years in prison, but he only served 2 because he was beaten to death by another inmate in 1994. That's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV.
Hey, if you got a business you want to advertise and you want to do it the right way and you want to do it in an inexpensive way and you want it to be fun and creative or whatever for digital, audio, video, we can do it all with Ace TJ Media. Go to acetjmedia.com, check it out. It's not a typical case of you get what you pay for. You're actually going to get more high quality work than what it costs. So that's the perfect business model. Charge them less than it's worth.
There you go. Charge them less than it's worth.
Yeah, so we're going to make a mint off of this one.
That's how we do it, baby.
acetjmedia.com.
Someone rounded up some stats on the things the average American does and then polled people on BuzzFeed to see how their answers compared. So follow along. Are you above average? These are 8 things an average American does. The average American eats 46 slices of pizza a year. That's about 4 slices a month.
Way above that.
Yeah, I think I'm way over that too. The average American reads 12 to 13 books a year.
I wish.
Way below that.
Yeah,
I'm below that.
Alexis, you read a lot.
Yeah, I'm above that.
All right, you read more than 1 book a month? Okay. The average American eats 12.7 pounds of ice cream a year. That's about 1 pint a month.
No.
I'm below that.
Way below that.
The average person only gets 2 pieces of actual mail a month. That's not counting bills, junk mail, and packages.
Oh.
2 pieces a month. I am way over that.
Like personal, like handwritten cards and stuff.
Yeah, no, well, I was just thinking because we have so much stuff that comes to my house.
Oh.
Orders
Yeah.
and stuff.
Well, that doesn't count. Like that's what it said. Orders,
Oh,
no
okay.
bills, no orders, no packages.
Like personal, like cards or letters.
Okay, I guess pay. Yeah, okay. No, yeah, then I don't.
Yeah, well, I'm way above the average.
Really?
Yeah.
Above average?
Because a lot of ATJ Inc. stuff comes to our house.
Well, that's not personal though.
Yeah.
It's not?
No.
It's,
It's business related. You wouldn't. The average American spends 51
Got my
minutes.
name on it.
51 minutes per day driving.
Yeah.
51 minutes.
I'm
below that.
I'm below that now.
Well, but remember your average though, because if one day you drive for 2 hours, or one day you make a 3-hour drive, or a 5-hour drive, that throws it all out of whack. The average person spends $438 a month on groceries.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That sounds high.
$400?
$438 for one person a month?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems high.
The average person uses the bathroom 7 times a day.
Yeah, more
I'm
than that.
way above average.
Yeah,
on that.
me too.
And finally, the average person watches about 4 hours of TV a day.
Way below that.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
way
think I
below that.
would.
Way below that.
Why you lying? Why you lying?
I'm not lying. What? I'm just being honest.
Okay.
Rob,
Sometimes I fall asleep.
Right. Rob, you watch less than 4 hours of TV a day?
Yes.
Okay, really? Oh, well, because you're playing video games or board games mostly, aren't you?
I'm taking lots of naps too.
Yeah. And does it count if the TV is on? Like sometimes it's just on. I'm not even paying attention to what's going on. It's just on in the background.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's just stuff average Americans do.
Ace TJ 5G. Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
And the question is, which show member would you least trust with your darkest secret? And things have changed since I originally brought this up earlier in the week. Things have changed. Who would you least trust with your darkest secret? Right now, in the lead, with 35% of the vote, is Alexis.
Really?
They would least trust you with their darkest secret.
I wonder why.
Well,
I don't tell anybody secrets.
Maybe they figure because far too often you don't have complete control of your faculties.
Mm-hmm.
You think that could be it, Riggins?
your faculties are out of order.
Yeah.
I always assume that means like pooping on yourself.
That's not what it
Control
means.
his faculties.
Your faculty.
It doesn't mean that.
Pooping yourself.
What is that?
Control my faculty.
Incontinence.
Incontinence. Yeah. That's the same thing. Are they pooping on themselves?
It's not. No.
It's really
what
bad.
are you talking about? No.
Really bad, really bad. All his faculties are right there in his bed.
But speaking of pooping on yourself, Ace is runner-up in this poll.
Thanks.
A close second, but Alexis with a hearty lead.
But I predicted when you mentioned this the other day, I predicted I would win because I am bad to share things on the radio, and I try not to.
Exactly. He actually has data and proven facts that he can't keep a secret.
But I've gotten better at it as I've gotten older
Because no one's told you their secrets.
I wish I could remember that secret about you. I would tell him.
A secret.
That's losing control of your faculties right there. That's what that is.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.
I know I got the bag. Everybody wanna be like me. Yeah. Everybody wanna be like me. Yeah.
This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
We're constantly being bombarded with all of these ads about, you don't feel like cooking? Then order our service and everything is so easy and all of that. Well, let me tell you something. Omaha Steaks has the convenience that you need, that you really need. And they've been the leader in gourmet steaks and food since 1917. So they know what they're doing. OmahaSteaks.com is where you should go and see all of the things they have in addition to the steaks. And that's what I'm getting at. They have full meals that you can order and have on hand to make cooking easy, you know, during the night or whenever you want to, whichever meal you want to use them for. Comfort foods, great this time of year. Hot dogs, burgers, chicken, desserts, it's all there. And when you go to omahasteaks.com and place an order, use the promo code TJ at checkout to get $30 off. And then, on top of that, you can save up to 55% on selected Omaha Steaks customer favorites. So you can buy more and save more. And then the convenience of the gourmet food right there at your front door is just awesome. So omahasteaks.com. Use the promo code TJ because they are the sponsor of my cooking show called Fend for Yourselves on YouTube. And save all the way all across the site, up to 55%. omahasteaks.com, promo code TJ. Minimum order may be required.
I'm going to tell you a quick story because we have a minute of extra time here regarding Valentine's Day, which was yesterday. It's I'm in a weird time in my life, and so there's no confusion if you're new to the radio family. My name is Ace, and I've been married a couple years now, my second marriage, and my wife is pregnant with her first child, my third. And yesterday was Valentine's Day, and it's been a really exciting time in my house because we've just started. Now that we found out it's a boy, the things have come to the house and the crib and the rug for the room and all this kind of stuff has started. Has now the room is beginning to take shape, and the reality of the situation, you know, kind of begins to set in. Like it's really starting to get super exciting, which also has a downside because it makes me really sometimes miss my daughter who died a couple years ago because I know how excited she would be during this time, mainly because it's a boy and she wanted it to be a boy when we had a child because she wanted to still be the only girl forever. So yesterday, two things stood out to me regarding Valentine's Day that were super special that I loved personally. Number one, when TJ told us yesterday that he was still going to make his heart-shaped pancakes for his family because his daughter is there. His daughter and my daughter graduated high school together. And then number two, I saw one of the daughters of my childhood best friend, his name is Alan, posted a picture of Alan, showed up to surprise her with roses and a dinner date the night before Valentine's Day because that's their tradition. He does something with each of his girls individually, and it was nice that she's, you know, in college at Texas A&M, and he showed up, drove, you know, an hour to go see her and keep that tradition alive, which was really cool. Point being, it was just neat to see that these fathers that keep those traditions up. So my point is, don't take that for granted, because I had a little bit of an emotional breakdown yesterday watching a TV show that involved a car wreck. And I didn't think it was a big deal at the time. And about 5 minutes later, it was like a tsunami of emotion just kind of flooded into me. And it was a disaster after that. And, thank God my wife was there to kind of help me, work through the whole thing. But my point is, when you have kids, if you don't have kids yet, because a lot of our listeners don't necessarily have kids yet, or their kids are little, keep up with those things. Those things are still cool, and those things are still special to your kids as they get older. So just, something to think about. It was really cool, I thought, like that TJ still did that, and that my friend still did that, and you see a lot of other things that as the daughters, and it's mainly for daughters, but daughters and sons, they get older, don't stop doing those things because they still appreciate it. So I'm off my soapbox now. I just want to throw that in. So yesterday was Valentine's Day, and Alexis admitted in an email to all of us that her boyfriend tried to be sweet and romantic, and you were working all afternoon and you just weren't having it last night.
Yeah, I was being a Valentine Scrooge.
He was trying to be nice and trying to be kind and trying to do something sweet for you. And you were just like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I was like, I'm tired. I gotta go to sleep.
So if he were to share that story, we would grade his Valentine's Day an F, because he made an effort and you were kind of a Scrooge and screwed him over.
Yep.
So here's what we're going to do. We are going to grade your Valentine's Day, which I think will be interesting because we have a nice mix here of romantic and non-romantic people. Like Riggins, for one, loves Valentine's Day. Alexis, clearly, not so much. TJ admits he and Jody both are not the romantic type of people.
I did go against what I preach yesterday, and I got Jody some candy for Valentine's Day,
which she loves.
Right. It wasn't any Valentine's candy. It was a big thing of those Mamba fruit chews. She loves those.
Mamba fruit chews.
She likes those better than Starburst now.
I think when you're buying candy, there's no such thing as Valentine's candy as long as you get them what they love.
Yeah, because I was in the Walgreens getting me some Pepto-Bismol. And I said,
There it was. Romance, baby.
I was kind of sick in my stomach yesterday.
And Pepto-Bismol is pink.
Yeah.
Goes with the theme.
At the Ace TJ Show, tell us about your Valentine's Day, what you did, what happened, what you got, whatever, and then we will grade your Valentine's Day.
Ace and TJ. Ace and TJ.
Hey, if you missed TJ and Jody's house this week, you missed something great.
Honestly, didn't care who won. I mean,
Yeah.
I really, I think
did.
Baby Jalen is adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, we call him Baby
Baby Jalen. He's so cute. But I like Kansas
City.
Kansas City. But that one who's screaming in the camera, none of you said we were going to win. None of you. Bleh. And then as he does it, boogies are coming down.
Really?
Little snotty boogies. He had to take his towel and do that. I almost threw up. Because I was going, wipe your bugs. And then finally, he did.
I didn't hear about that.
Well, I saw the bugs. Yeah.
I wonder if women would have still found him attractive if he'd have done the whole "Hey baby girl, how you doing?" with the boogies coming out of his nose.
Probably. He's the one, the other day, there was a clip going around of him. And he does a podcast. I know, but I'm telling the listeners what Todd's talking about. And he was doing the podcast with his brother who plays for Philadelphia.
Love him.
And his Travis's niece came on and said, "Hi, Uncle Travie." Real cute voice, 3 or 4, I don't know. She is. And he goes, "Hey, baby girl, how you doing?" Which is the way he talks, and it sounded so creepy. But everybody else was like, "Oh, that's sexy. It's sexy." Like, oh, he's talking to his little niece like he would somebody he's trying to pick up in a club. "Hey, baby girl, how you doing?"
He's something.
"How you doing?"
And then he was at the end. He was getting the crowd all hyped up. I see. He's personality.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, he is, baby girl.
Stop.
You know what? You married a man who's all personality.
That's creepy. Don't. I can tell you're just waiting.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you, baby girl.
Ugh.
I'm waiting for you to get out that sexy Polaroid hoodie you wearing.
God, you're weird.
So,
Oh, stop.
you going to get your hair did today, baby girl? Put that. Look, tell her to charge me for that. Let me take care of that for you.
Ugh.
Trying to get your hair done.
I can't.
I'm gonna take care of that for you.
Stop. You're so weird. Quit looking at me like that.
You
God.
Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Bradham Brothers Heating and Cooling offers heating, air, and electrical installation and service that you can trust. It's a family business that has served thousands of customers for over 50 years. And Bradham Brothers, big into working with Peyton's Promise. And we have something very special going on right now. The first quarter of the rest of your life, a chance for you to win $10,000. $10,000. acetj.com/first is where you go to get involved with the first quarter of the rest of your life. We're going to give somebody $10,000 to change their life. That's all made possible by great people like Bradham Brothers Heating, Cooling, Electrical. You can find out more at bradhambrothers.com. That's BRADHAM brothers.com.
Admittedly, I'm into this story and it's ridiculous, but I just think it's so funny and wacky. Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly were spotted leaving a marriage counseling office. And I just love these two. And I can't put my finger on why.
They're not married, so they were getting counseling as a couple.
I guess
for
so.
Just a relationship counseling.
Are they engaged? They're engaged,
I
though,
thought
right?
they were just engaged.
They're not actually married. So couples counseling, maybe, whatever it was, but it was a marriage counseling office. And, she sees the cameras that are out there, so she delicately wipes the tears away. Like gets the good
You gotta
photo
dab
out.
it.
Yeah. I didn't picture these two going the distance,
No, me
Oh my
neither.
gosh, I did. I was completely fooled.
But they're working on it. They're trying to get it together to go the distance if they're going to counseling together.
And when you drink each other's blood, I feel like that's a very strong commitment.
I know.
It's like an extra
Yeah, there
step that not everybody takes.
Exactly.
There needs to be a couple of strong commitments to the hospital.
Yeah. Thankfully, People Magazine got a hold of a source with the inside information. They said they haven't officially called off the engagement, but Megan took her ring off. They've had issues in the past, but things seem pretty serious this time. I mean,
Clowns.
I mean, it's just so good. It's so good. Yeah, she gets the ring that she can't take off, or else it'll rip her
she
finger
took it off.
But now she got it
managed
off,
to get it off.
Which tells me that if she's not bleeding or has a scar right now where that ring cut her, she was lying.
Yeah, it was
Or
all
he
a
was
ruse.
lying, yeah.
These two people,
Almost like
we got two people that are going through a lot. They're trying to salvage a
Yeah,
relationship.
of course you're
Yeah.
gonna stand up for them since you dressed up as them.
Yeah, for Halloween.
For Halloween.
Right,
Well, it has
You
nothing to
love
do with it.
them.
I'm just pointing out that I don't really care one way or the other about it, but I'm just saying, they're just trying to make it work.
Yeah. He needs to go find somebody that's not so crazy. He's pretty normal.
Machine Gun Kelly.
No.
Ace TJ 5G.
$10,000 could change your life. That's the premise of the first quarter of the rest of your life. Our charity, Peyton's Promise, is giving away $10,000 to one person. The goal being to change your life forever. So here's what you do. Go to acetj.com/first or any of our social media. You'll find it pinned right at the top. Just click the link and fill out the little form there telling us in 100 words or less why $10,000 would change your life. So it's the first quarter of the rest of your life. acetj.com/first. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, so we are going to grade Valentine's Days, so to speak. And Take D. Rob, you and Meredith still didn't do anything because she was at her parents' house?
She had to babysit last night to cover for my niece, but we didn't do anything, yeah.
Okay. So that would
be an F.
You get an F? I didn't want to say
Oh, well,
that.
it's just incomplete. He gets an I.
Right, it's an incomplete.
Yeah.
But I thought she was going to have dinner with her parents.
Well, my niece was doing something with her husband. He at the hospital.
Yeah.
So she had to cover for her babysitting that she was doing, that my niece was going to be doing.
Like, was he sick or was he just like they had an event at the hospital?
he had to visit there unexpectedly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I was going to say, she better not be breaking a date to go help your niece or breaking a parent's dinner.
No.
I mean, she wouldn't do it to be with you on Valentine's Day. But okay, I'll allow it.
Yeah,
okay.
I appreciate it.
All right, let's start. Courtney said, married 15 years. I got a text message.
F.
All right. Let's see. Jackie said, I got sushi. We watched Physical 100, and I got a kiss with Happy Valentine's Day. Hashtag 6 years.
It's like a good.
A+.
That's an A.
An A+, plus? Okay.
Absolutely.
Mackenzie, my husband had to work late, so nothing. I made steak, salmon, rice, corn, asparagus, and mushrooms.
She made it for him. Well, she still made his Valentine's Day special.
Okay.
So
She
maybe
said
like a B.
he had to work late. Sounded like she cooked all that for herself.
That's what it
Oh,
sounded like
I
to me.
thought it was like going to be a meal for when he got home from
That's
work.
the way I took it. It was supposed to be a meal for the two of them,
Yeah.
but anyway.
She had Valentine's for one.
So what do you give in that
A+.
case, Alexis?
I would say like a C.
A C? Okay.
Because he was out working hard.
Yeah. Kelly says, no partner, thank God. But last night, my 14-year-old son made me a handwritten Valentine's Day card because he wanted me to have something.
Oh, A.
That's an F.
I love that.
You're lonely and alone. And
Handmade.
Ooh, he's 14. He could have stolen the car and gone to the store.
Ty said, I made homemade sausage gravy. Now, I don't know if there's
Ooh.
anybody there with him or not. What do you mean? He doesn't say.
A.
So
is he on the phone?
either way, it's an A.
That's an A. I want some sausage gravy. I would love that.
Kelly said, my husband normally doesn't do anything, but this year I got flowers, chocolate-covered strawberries, and Blake Shelton concert tickets. Ooh. I think that's an A.
Yeah, if she really wanted to see Blake
Unless she
Shelton.
hates Blake Shelton. Samantha said, I received a $70 edible arrangement. Ooh, I bet they were high after that. Delta 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yup.
All of them in there.
I like that.
Nicole says, he broke up with me 2 weeks ago to, quote, work on himself, end quote. But then came to play the piano with me last night after taking his new victim on a date.
Oh, okay.
I grade that, people.
He got tired of working on himself.
Wow.
I'd say, well, did she say what her, did she allow it?
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's what it
wondering.
sounds like.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. She gave herself a grade.
Oh, God.
She said it's the one, right above an F.
Just passes.
Yeah, you got it. You get it, Alexis?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, does Alexis get it?
This is the Ace and
I
TJ
got
Show.
We'll do Now Trending next.
Now you can hear and see the show anytime. Just click acetj.com or acetj.tv. How you want, when you want. This is the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history, one of the biggest Netflix shows ever was a bit of real life, and the whole world was watching. Details next.
Hey, hon? What are all these people doing in our house? Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
This year, make the most of winter in Gaston County. Yes, it's winter and the days are shorter and it's tempting to hibernate, but there are all sorts of ways to have fun, both indoors and out right now in Gaston County.
This is Ace TJ 5G.
Now trending just a couple of minutes away, all the hottest trending topics, the things that you really need to know. Sponsored by the Johnson Group. Whatever type of business you own, or if you're just the person responsible for keeping it clean, let the Johnson Group take care of that because they do it better than anybody else. Commercial cleaning is all that they do. acetj.com/clean for the Johnson Group.
So all we've been hearing about country of China lately is about these spy balloons and stuff. But China is run by a wicked, wicked, brutal dictatorship. Iron-fisted, bloody dictator. And they are absolutely no good. They're an enemy of the United States. But sometimes some of the locals can come up with something great because they're, not all of the people of China are evil, like the people who run China are evil. And you know what they did?
What they did?
There was a police station in a town in China. They done taught squirrels how to be drug sniffers at the airport and stuff.
Really?
Instead of using dogs, they turn these squirrels loose and they can get in and out of little crevices fast and report back to, they'll be like, drugs, whatever the Chinese word is that a squirrel would say for drugs.
Chinese squirrel
Mm-hmm.
language.
Yeah, you know that? Animals in other countries that speak that language.
I didn't know that.
How else are they going to communicate with people?
You ever seen anybody with a German Shepherd yell, Platz? That means lay down in German. I don't know why they do it in America, though.
Germans.
Yeah, the German Shepherds should all assimilate over here, but that's another story. But would it make more sense to have squirrels running around
I don't
there?
like that because do they climb up of the person and stuff? Are they like climbing onto your baggage?
No. They're going onto your baggage or, the shipping containers or whatever, and they can get into little crevices. And it would seem to me like they would be able to get into more areas than a dog would.
Yeah.
And faster.
Yeah.
Like you could have more squirrels operating at one time, like bang, bang, bang. They're just jumping around on the stuff.
She's got squirrels in her head, might as well be on her head as well.
And then I guess when they're through with their service, they retire them, then you feed the officers with them.
Don't say that.
Just let them go to waste.
They're eating squirrel dumplings.
Yes, or fried squirrel, like
fried squirrel
with
rice,
gravy.
fried rice.
Yeah,
Squirrel stew.
That's the way we do it in Louisiana. But I don't know how much cocaine gets in these little squirrels when they're sniffing around. They might get some traces. You can have cocaine squirrel. You think cocaine bear is bad, huh?
God.
Cocaine Chinese squirrel.
ACE 5G.
So this is a big day in the Ace and TJ show because when we started this new little venture where we're out on our own doing all kinds of things, like having things that you can listen to and watch at your leisure. You can access whatever Ace and TJ form of entertainment you want, radio, podcast, streaming video, social media, all of that stuff, including our live shows in person. Today marks the first time that anyone has ever been has the naming rights of the Ace and TJ studios in Mooresville, North Carolina, and it's Calitrin. The Calitrin Ace and TJ studios. That's what we have. And yes, there are two because we're in a room and Rob's in a room. So we have two studios, and it makes it sound huge to say studios as opposed to studio.
That's right.
So Calitrin is the sponsor of all the studios that have the Ace and TJ name on them. So go check out Calitrin if you want help losing weight. It's a great, great product. acetj.com/weight loss.
Now trending on the Ace and TJ show.
Right now, East Palestine is trending. That's the city in Ohio that was that's dealing with. Yeah, I mean, not been a lot of coverage on it, but there was a.
And why is that? I watched. I guess I am calling somebody out. I flipped over the other night after I heard about that in the afternoon to watch, and I watched NBC Nightly News. I never watched Nightly News. I was just curious because everybody was saying nobody's reporting on it. Yeah. So I flipped over. I watched through the first 15 minutes. Not a mention of it. Not a single mention of it.
Yeah.
Like, this is really bad stuff, shockingly bad stuff that's happening there, and it's terrible for that town and the people that live downriver from that town. It's going to be really bad.
What's happening? I don't even know.
The train derailment, and then they came in and did a controlled burn to get the stuff off the track, and the train was carrying these toxic chemicals and stuff. So basically what they did was they burned toxic chemicals in this small town, and it's a huge environmental disaster, a real one, where people are immediately being affected by it. And the reason that they don't report on it is because it doesn't fall under the purview of the environmental movement, which is a political movement. When it comes to directly helping people who have had environmental issues or a disaster like this, those people are not interested in it. They want to sit and promote and go after what's going to happen 50 years in the future, because what they're trying to do is seize power from a free peoples. And you can't do that when you just get on the ground and start helping people who have been experiencing a disaster. And it looks bad for the administration, because the travel secretary is Pete Buttigieg, and he had no experience in anything like that. He was a small town mayor. They gave him the position because he made some kind of a deal with Biden during the primary elections, and he doesn't know what he's doing. And this is the one of several major travel disasters that have gone on since he's been the travel secretary. So the media covers that kind of stuff up.
But why would they burn it if they knew that there was these chemicals that were on? Why was their solution?
Because they were trying to get the track open again so that people could use the rail track. That's what I heard.
Yeah. So it's maybe contaminated the Ohio River. A lot of people are going to be affected. Animals are dying.
Fish everywhere.
It's real bad.
Yeah,
real bad.
The videos are crazy. So that right now is one of the top trending topics. Another disaster of different proportions. J-Lo and Ben Affleck got matching tattoos. Not quite the same thing, but also not good. It's the infinity sign on their rib cage, and it has a little J and a B on it, right up the shaft of the arrow, as it says. So again, just calamity. I mean, what are you doing? Ben Affleck's got some pretty bad tattoos. I never really saw a bunch of them. But Jennifer Lopez said that his tattoos are bad because they have too much color. He's got a huge phoenix on his back, and it is pretty god-awful. But this is just corny. The infinity symbol, I don't know.
Yeah.
You expect them to just be a little more thoughtful about their tattoos, matching tattoos, but not so.
You know, when these celebrities get matching tattoos, it's because they feel like they have something to prove. You know, it's like, because they're already naturally melodramatic.
Right.
So regular people go get matching tattoos, a married couple. It's a different deal than when two major celebrities go do it and they know that it's going to be in the news and reported, and people are going to ask them about it in interviews and all. It's like they're not doing it really for the message or the bond with each other. They're doing it for show.
But I'll give credit where credit's due. Jennifer Lopez took a great photo of hers.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
It is it's a very sexy photo of herself that she took in the mirror to show off her tattoo.
Yeah, she need to be in the hospital.
I like her more and more.
Argument back when Tom Brady and Giselle broke up. Is Ben Affleck better looking for a guy, or Jennifer Lopez better looking for a woman?
Jennifer
She's
Lopez
better
is better looking for a woman. Yeah.
Okay.
When she's wearing makeup.
Yeah.
Stop.
And
You ever seen her without makeup?
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Beautiful, but a far cry from what she is with makeup.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's a good-looking guy. Make no mistake. I think he's a really good-looking guy. But yeah. Remember the first time I saw her when she was on American Idol? The first time I saw her on that show wasn't the first time I'd seen her. But it was something about that when she was just sitting there behind the desk. There were several times watching that show, I was kind of just taken aback. Like, wow, I didn't realize she was that beautiful.
Yeah. It's my dad's number one celebrity.
Yeah.
J-Lo. He loves her.
Not that I think about it. She's ugly.
You think? She's kind of
Just
busted.
dog ugly.
That's interesting that Rick, your dad's two biggest celebrities are J-Lo and Cher.
Yeah, Cher. But I think now even he's like, what's going on with Cher? I don't know. I still think Cher's an attractive woman, but yeah, he likes
Oh,
J-Lo.
yeah. I think Cher's attractive.
But Madonna will always be his number one. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no. And those are a few things that are now trending.
Let's see. There's a new product out. It's an old product, but they've added something new to their line. And I just have a warning for men's. If you see this and you think this is going to be a good idea, there's a delicate way that you have to handle it so your lady doesn't get mad at you. Okay? So I'm here to help. I'm a dating coach or a marriage coach is what I am, a relationship coach. And I'm about to blow the whistle. Coming up next.
Hear the Ace and TJ Show anytime at acetj.com. And now you can see the Ace and TJ Show. acetj.tv. How you want, when you want. This is the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history, one of the biggest Netflix shows ever was a bit of real life, and the whole world was watching. Details next.
Hey, hon? What are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
This year, make the most of winter in Gaston County. Yes, it's winter and the days are shorter and it's tempting to hibernate, but there are all sorts of ways to have fun, both indoors and out right now in Gaston County. Outdoors, there's fast and dry snowless sledding at the chutes at Crowder Springs, ice skating and more at the Whitewater Center, and it is the perfect time for a great winter hike in Gaston County. If you want to stay indoors, you can check out the Shield Planetarium and Museum. Plus, you can always root for the home team at Belmont Abbey or Gaston College, play the slots at Catawba Two Kings Casino, and as always, great shopping is abundant all over Gaston County. Indoors or out, the winter is a great time to make some memories with your family in Gaston County. Get details now and see all of the incredible opportunities to have a great time this winter that are happening in Gaston County at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston. This winter, make some great memories in Gaston County.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
It was 31 years ago today, February 15th, 1992. Jeffrey Dahmer, yes, the Jeffrey Dahmer that so many people know from the Netflix series, was found sane and guilty of the brutal sex torture murders of at least 15 young men. Dahmer was sentenced to 15 life terms, totaling 957 years in prison, but he only served 2 because he was beaten to death by another inmate in 1994. That's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Ace TJ 5G is brought to you by O'Connor Insurance Associates. Listen, everything's more expensive. They want to help you get the most insurance for your money. They treat every customer how they would want to be treated. They've been in business for a long time. They understand the value. All you got to do is head over to acetj.com/O'Connor and get started.
So yesterday was Valentine's Day, and then I found out this morning from Alexis, today is Side Chick Day.
Yup, sure is.
So you couldn't go out with your side chick yesterday because it was Valentine's Day. So today you find a way to see the side chick?
Yup.
Okay.
And they know it too, the side chicks.
Well, the side chick, part of being the side chick is knowing you're the side chick,
and you
right?
gotta know your place. Yup.
Which is where? You're like,
On the side.
You got to know how not to impede in life at some point. You can't be too demanding if you're the side chick, right? Okay.
He's okay.
Have you ever been the side chick?
Never.
Oh.
I would never.
Okay. Have you
I'm
been?
not side chick material. I'm main chick material.
So what is the difference between being side chick material and main chick material?
Oh, you know.
Class?
Yeah, it's just a different level of
sophistication.
vibes. All
Read that again.
Yup. Say it again.
So no one could ever mistake you for being side chick material.
No, they better not. I don't play that game, homie.
What about guys who have side chicks, front chicks, behind chicks,
under chicks,
over chicks? You know, is there always a pecking order with the most important side chick and then the down the line?
I'm sure there is. But you have your favorite side chicks. Maybe side chick number 1 and number 2.
Do you think if a really rich man was attracted to you, that and he's like, I'll pay for everything if you just be my side chick?
No, because I got main chick energy.
Okay, that's good.
So I can't do it.
I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
It's biblical.
Yeah.
What main chick
chick
energy?
Main chick energy.
I got main chick energy.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
That's how I was born.
It's the gift I was given.
Yep, I got to live up to it.
Today is also Singles Awareness Day, which we found out earlier in the show. And there is a website that put together a list of the top 10 anti-love songs to listen to for Singles Awareness Day. Now, grain of salt with this, because it comes from a website called Ultimate Classic Rock. So these are all classic rock songs. But you see the theme developing. Love Bites by Def Leppard. I Hate Myself for Loving You by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Love Hurts by Nazareth, with TJ's pointed out many times. You don't have to be a redneck to like it, but all redneck women do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But again, main chick energy only. Right,
Main
Alexis?
chick energy only. That's it.
Ace TJ 5G. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Is that bacon?
Oh, good morning, sunshine. How'd you sleep on your Sweet Dreams mattress?
Fresh baked cinnamon rolls?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't actually come to your house without your prior consent, and we would never let ourselves in. What you have just witnessed is simply a dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Y'all making fun of me.
Quit yucking her
Yeah.
yum.
Making fun of you? All I said was you had little hands. Do you not have little hands
Whatever.
that require little pens with Spanish words on them?
I always like the people who, throw the most barbs at everybody to say, then why y'all always treat me bad?
I'm not hating on y'all. I just laugh at the dumb things you guys say sometimes.
But that's what we're doing.
Good point.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you did. You did. You said Hefe.
Why you me?
Why you on me?
I on your laptop one time, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Ew.
These are the one-star strip club reviews. This is where we go across the country and read real strip club reviews from the internet. Just got a couple. We will start in Syracuse, New York, a place called Lookers. Tony left a one-star review. Moments after going in, I wanted to leave. I will say they have a really cool-looking stage. A couple of the girls were hot, but this is not a place where I am comfortable sitting down anywhere. 1 star.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV.
So here is a new product with an old, reliable company, a company that's been around forever. The company is Nutrisystem. Now, The connection that we on this show have to the company Nutrisystem is that years ago in the early 90s, when Ace and I were single men, single hot DJs on the prowl, Ace was dating a woman who was a Nutrisystem consultant. And she was a single mom. And she was a little clingy.
A little bit.
To me. More so because she wanted to spend hours asking me why he doesn't like her more than he does, looking for my counseling. She's the one who had already marked him as being the new daddy of her children.
Oh, he's the one that
taught a little boy how to ride a bike, and said, "Call me daddy." And the next thing you know, he was gone.
Nope, I did not teach that kid how to ride a bike.
That's
Nobody
right. I
said,
know
"Call
that
me
story.
daddy." No, that is not true.
I remember now.
That is a lie.
That's pretty messed up.
That is a lie. That is one of the many lies that has been perpetrated about me on this show through the years that people believe.
That's such a good Ace story classic.
I'm calling daddy.
No, but he's like, I want you to call me daddy.
No, none of that part did not transpire.
She'd come up to the radio station in the middle of the night while I'm trying to work, bringing baked goods or something. And the diet baked goods. It'd be like cardboard. A little dry. Want me to counsel her about what to do. And I said, leave him alone. I was trying to give him a break, and I was going, he's a jerk. I can't stand him. You're too good of a person for him. Anything just to, because he didn't want to be around her anymore.
I was like 23 years old.
Yeah.
Just leave me alone. I don't want any kids.
But anyway, Nutrisystem has this new product. It's called Meals for Two. So it's got 2 portions. So the idea is that you'll lose more weight if you do the program with your special someone.
Okay.
So now people will be challenged not to down both portions, 2 portions. So you eat your portion as, you share a meal basically with your loved one. You're both losing weight on the Nutrisystem. Now, that is a good idea if it is suggested by the woman in the relationship. If a man comes in out of nowhere and says, hey, honey, I heard on the Ace and TJ show that Nutrisystem has this thing where it's meals for 2. And when you order their products, you get 2 portions, and then you and I could do that together. That's not going to go over well. Not at all. And ladies, if you're saying it wouldn't bother you, then I'm not saying that you are making it up or not telling the truth. I'm saying that you're mistaken. you're mistaken,
ladies.
You're mistaken. And you think that it may not bother you, but I know women better than women know women. Better than you know yourselves, ladies. And I know that if out of nowhere your husband came in and said, I got us signed up for fill in the blank diet program. Yeah. Outside of Alexis, and she wasn't happy about it when her boyfriend did that with her.
Yeah, no. But I mean, I didn't make a huge stink about it.
Yeah, but a lot of people would. So tread lightly on that.
Yeah, and that's totally normal.
What would your mom do, Riggins, if your dad came in and said, hey, I got us both signed up for this diet program?
You should kill him. and rightfully so. I mean, that's crazy.
But vice versa.
Vice versa. There's no... It would be the same thing.
He would be mad at her?
No, maybe not, but I would. That's crazy.
Like if
That's crazy.
Someone came to you and like we signed us up.
I don't know what you think is going on, even though it's probably like the right idea. I mean, obviously. That's just so rude.
Yeah.
Why is it rude? They're just looking out.
Yeah, you're just looking out and trying to make them healthier. Trying to make them be better.
No. Like, I don't like the way your nose is, so I signed you up for a consultation at a rhinoplasty place. It's like, let me decide if I want to do that.
Rhinoplasties are us.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Yeah. But I mean, I wouldn't be messing with that anyway, this whole Nutrisystem thing. We got Calitrin.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
slipping Calitrin under their tongue while they sleep. I wouldn't do that either. Take these
capsules in a little blow dart thing, like
What?
you would a horse or something.
They put it in their Cookie Crisp. Hopefully they don't notice.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
All right, and we do have to get an update on today being the second official day of Alexis's diet, and all I know is that it's the second day she's been a grumpopotamus. I don't know if they have anything to do with each other, but we'll find out next.
Get more Ace and TJ than ever before
Wait a minute.
at acetj.com or acetj.tv. You can hear and see the Ace and TJ Show anytime you want. More Ace and TJ is coming up. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history, one of the biggest Netflix shows ever was a bit of real life, and the whole world was watching. Details next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Whether you are buying or selling a home, Chambers & Associates Realty team is here to help. Because this is what they do. They are experts, they are experienced, and they know what you need to get through this process easily. Again, whether you're buying or selling, call them 704-439-6232, 704-439-6232, or visit them online at lkncharlottehomes.com. That's lkncharlottehomes.com.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
This year, make the most of winter in Gaston County. Yes, it's winter and the days are shorter and it's tempting to hibernate, but there are all sorts of ways to have fun, both indoors and out right now in Gaston County. Outdoors, there's fast and dry snowless sledding at the chutes at Crowder Springs, ice skating and more at the Whitewater Center, and it is the perfect time for a great winter hike in Gaston County. If you want to stay indoors, you can check out the Shield Planetarium and Museum. Plus, you can always root for the home team at Belmont Abbey or Gaston College, play the slots at Catawba Two Kings Casino, and as always, great shopping is abundant all over Gaston County. Indoors or out, the winter is a great time to make some memories with your family in Gaston County. Get details now and see all of the incredible opportunities to have a great time this winter that are happening in Gaston County at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston. This winter, make some great memories in Gaston County.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
It was 31 years ago today, February 15th, 1992. Jeffrey Dahmer, yes, the Jeffrey Dahmer that so many people know from the Netflix series, was found sane and guilty of the brutal sex torture murders of at least 15 young men. Dahmer was sentenced to 15 life terms, totaling 957 years in prison, but he only served 2 because he was beaten to death by another inmate in 1994. That's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Just a minute ago, we were grading Valentine's Days on the show, and a lady sent us a picture of a heart-shaped pizza from Papa John's that they had last night, and it looked amazing. The big heart-shaped pepperoni pizza. They've also got, Papa John's now has the new crispy parm pizza. The crispy parm crust pizza. It's a blend of Parmesan and Romano cheeses baked into the thin crust. So they don't miss a trick. It adds a unique texture and obviously incredible flavors to any pizza. And you can also customize your crispy parm pizza. I mean, they're taking one of the most fundamental pizza ingredients and kind of flipping it on its head because, you know, typically the cheese goes on top of the pizza. Now they've got it on the bottom. And how does that affect what you want to do at the top? Because it opens you up to some new possibilities because you've already got those incredible cheesy tastes in the crust of the pizza. I mean, it's that good. Order the Crispy Parm Pizza, delivery or carry out today. You can do it through the Papa John's app or by calling your local Papa John's restaurant. So papajohns.com, papajohns.com, the Papa John's app, or your local Papa John's for the Crispy Parm Pizza.
24-year-old guy named Tyler in New York says that, well, he's telling his story, saying that he almost died during a procedure that is just an everyday run-of-the-mill procedure, and in a freak 1 in a million chance, he almost died from it. I don't know how many thousands of times a day a black market Brazilian butt lift gets performed, but he happened to be, the rare, highly rare person that had complications. And I don't know why, because it sounds like it was all on the up and up. He said that he went in for the treatments and they cost $1,500 per session. He said, quote, "These injections were done by a nurse in her apartment." Where you walk in and you're taken into a back room with loads of sealed vials. All of them looked completely safe, and she claimed it was, quote unquote, good stuff inside that she had been administering for years. So it ended up being a thick silicone that didn't go well with his system, and he ended up having heart problems from it and almost died. But who would have thought?
A black market butt injection.
A Brazilian butt lift in somebody's apartment. I mean, is it not safe for any of us now? I just wonder what the entire healthcare industry has fallen to.
And he walks in and sees all the vials. He's like, "What's in there?" Her response is, "Good stuff."
Yeah, it's good stuff. He has undergone cosmetic procedures since the time he was 15.
15?
Yeah, he said that he's had pectoral augmentation, bicep implants, and a hair transplant, as well as the black market Brazilian butt lift.
Whoa.
Because he didn't want butt implants because they feel so unnatural. So that's why he went with the...
He got a butt lift?
Yeah.
That's weird, dude.
And a hair transplant before the age of 24.
Oh, brother. Oh, man. Wow. What did he... Maybe it was for the best.
So
sounds like he needed some work.
And he need to go to a different kind of hospital.
Holy cow.
He need to go to a nurse's apartment that can handle his mental health. Try that. Bless him.
Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G. Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
Full-time now since 1991, so 22 years, I guess, full-time. I started the day after I graduated from college. I've been doing it ever since. We met in 91, I guess, late 91, early 92. He was working every day, doing several shows a day at his small-town, hometown radio station, which was an AM station, like 3,000 watts, I believe. I was doing overnights on the 100,000 watt top 40 station that he and I had both grown up listening to. And he started driving down to work part-time on the weekends. And he would do a Saturday show and a Sunday show. And a lot of times he didn't have a place to stay, so he would come stay at my place. I was the only guy that wasn't married on the staff and wasn't involved, and we were the same age, and come hang out and that kind of thing. And that's really how it started. And then when I got moved up to nights, they made him the offer to do midnight. So I would do 7 to midnight, and he would do midnight to 6. And being the only two single guys and just both being radio junkies, we moved into an apartment together because they gave us an apartment for free. They call it trade. They trade the apartment rent for commercials. And they put us in this apartment in a really horrific part of town. But it was free. We were having a great time. So we would talk about radio constantly. We would listen to air check tapes of DJs from around the country and what they sounded like and what they were doing. Then after a few months, he started coming in a little early. So a couple nights a week, he would come in at about 10 o'clock, 10:30 or so, he would come on with me, and sometimes I'd stay until after his show was over at midnight, and we would just hang out and talk and try to work on our show and all this kind of stuff. So once we put together a cassette, and we took it to the owners and left them a note that said, hey, check this out. We weren't sure what was going to happen on the radio station, and we wanted to be the morning show. And we left them this cassette of some of the stuff that we've been doing, and they literally said, don't ever stop doing that. Don't do that anymore. And then we kept moving up through the ranks, and kind of we moved into management positions because the station went into bankruptcy and a lot of people quit because they weren't going to get a raise. They were going to cut the talent fees and all that kind of stuff. We could afford it. We were fine. We didn't have anything anyway, so what do we care? I became the program director. TJ became the assistant program director and the music director. And so our first act was to make ourselves the morning show. And they really couldn't do anything to stop us, because if they did, we'd quit, and then they wouldn't have a staff. So that's how the Ace and TJ show actually started in November of '93. So now this year will be 21 years that we've been doing the show together. It's all we've done for the past 21 years.
This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
Oh, y'all being silly. Silly willies. So, there was a big lead up to Alexis going on a diet and kicking up her fitness routine a notch to get in better shape and all with her new boyfriend. And her new boyfriend is doing all the work, preparing the meals, as people call it, meal prepping. And she just has to take what he cooks and eat it at a certain time and all that. So he's taking the guesswork out of it for her. Yesterday was the first full day of the diet, or was it Monday? Monday. So yesterday was the second full day. Today, for the third day in a row, she's come in grouchy, irritable.
Look at my shirt.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not grouchy, irritable. I'm sweet.
Regan, even you. I know you like to appease her.
Sweet.
Yes. She's so sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's sweet.
But if you were grouchy and irritable, I would understand it, because I know I have no credibility now because I'm a portly gentleman, but I have in the past been very much into nutrition and weight training and cardiovascular workouts and all, but never have I had to resort to drinking a beverage in the morning that has beets in it.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
what
give
your
me some
drink has beets in
credit.
it.
He like made me this, and it's very nice that he does this, and he woke up early to do it. But he made me a smoothie. He's like, I'm gonna make your smoothie extra special today, and I was like, ooh, okay. He's like, it has beets. I was like, wow, great.
I mean, is it the powder stuff that you know? Larry King does the commercial for the infomercial for beets.
He has powdered beets.
But does it taste bad? I mean,
No,
it
it tastes-
sounds horrible.
Yeah, it tastes good actually. It has like other strawberries and mangoes in it, so it's okay.
Well, what's the problem then? If it tastes good?
Well, I know, but I didn't know it was gonna taste good because someone tells you it has beets in it. You're like, bleh.
Yeah.
Okay,
I would hate
granted,
that.
your first thought would be, this is going to be terrible.
Yeah, I was like,
but if it turns out to taste good,
yeah, so it tastes good. So far, everything that he's made has been okay.
How much protein is in that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
you literally, you don't know. He just fixes it, you eat it.
There you
and-
go.
yeah.
I'm like, thank you.
But are you enjoying it now? Do you feel a little better since you got 2 full days under you with not walking around with grease coming out of your pores?
Yeah. Yesterday I had an
Eating
orange
fried
for
food.
dinner, and so I woke up full of energy.
You had an orange? Is all you had for dinner?
Yeah, because I had a late lunch. I mean, it was like I want to say it was a late lunch. It's supposed to have been an early dinner, but I would have had another meal after that. But I didn't yesterday, so I just had an orange. And yeah.
So you eat a carbohydrate before bed?
Is that, I don't know, this is a fruit, right?
An orange is a carb?
Yeah.
Oh, it just
I
never
can't eat,
ends.
what am I supposed to eat?
Even oranges.
But you can. I'm just asking if that's because there are different
Berries.
plans and all. Some people in that world would never eat a carb past 5 o'clock in the evening.
I would die.
Mm-hmm.
I would die.
But eat carbs throughout the day. Yeah, fruit is a fine carb, but some people just don't believe in eating them at night at all.
Well, I did.
But that's not really a meal that's going to keep you sleeping all night either.
Well, no, I
You
was
wake
gonna
up
say that.
your stomach growling.
Yeah, I woke up, but that's the thing. That's the trick I figured. If I go to sleep early, then it's like I kind of can skip that hunger in that moment. So I just be like, okay, I got to go to sleep, so I don't eat anything.
Yeah.
Just go to sleep.
Whatever works. Whatever works. But it sounds like a very, very romantic Valentine's Day dinner.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
The orange was pink.
Yeah, it was.
So
It was heart-shaped.
Valentine's Day. A story of a community coming together and saving a kitty cat that will melt your heart. Kitty cat that had experienced something awful has now been saved. We'll tell you about it next.
The Ace and TJ Show is now more audio at acetj.com and more video at acetj.tv. Hear and see the show anytime, how you want, when you want. This is the Ace and TJ Show. Want to see your business on Ace TJ TV? Contact us now at acetj@acetj.com. The show will be right back.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. AceTJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
If you have a business and you want to take your advertisements to the next level, then you need to be using Ace TJ Media. You want the most creative content for digital, video, and audio? It's all at Ace TJ Media. Go to acetjmedia.com.
And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
There's a 21-year-old guy that's been accused of running naked through the halls of a hotel in Des Moines, Iowa, threatening people with a plunger and pulling fire alarms, things of that nature. His name is Trevin Hill. And said he was just running through. One of the other guests was in the 18th floor stairwell, and he's got the plunger going after him, and he's yelling, "I'm gonna blank and get you! I'm gonna get you.
God. Was he chasing someone or just yelling?
Yeah, just chasing
at
after
everybody. Okay.
Other people too, according to the report. Trevin was not playing.
Trevin, put the plunger down. No, I didn't. Trevin Hill. What's up? In Iowa? I go to the University of Iowa. I'm a senior. Sometimes I like to get a little crazy, dude. Get naked and chase people around with plungers.
It doesn't say if Trevin was on the dope or not, or drunk.
Yeah, probably.
He's got to be something.
Yeah, Trevin, dude. Hell yeah. Trevin.
That's your favorite part of this whole story.
Trevin Hill, dude. Hello, my name's Trevin. Booking one room for the night.
His middle name is Wayne. Trevin Wayne Hill.
Trevin Wayne Hill doing GBs in the hotel bathroom and then just ripping all your clothes off and going nuts. Probably on an edible. A couple of edibles. I did 250 milligrams, dude. I'm flying. Ate a Wonka bar before I came here. Trevin.
What's a Wonka bar?
It's like a super high-powered edible. It's a Wonka bar. Space bar.
Yeah, but it's a nice hotel. The 18th floor of the Des Moines Marriott.
Yeah, I'm sure it was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but the best, dude. Yeah, you got to get it in check, man. What was he, 20?
21.
21? What are you doing? There's not a lot to do in Iowa, so he probably was just out of his mind.
But I don't know how somebody didn't just beat the crap out of him if he's running around with it, like one of the other guests or something. If he's running around threatening people. And,
yeah, they might have just thought better of it just because of he appears to be out of it. He appears to be high.
But you also don't want to get that close to a naked man.
Right.
Yeah, that's
yeah. We'll call the cops.
What's her name? Lisa. Lisa said, she fat.
Lisa.
Brevity is the soul of wit. Old Billy Shakespeare said. You know? Lisa's got it.
Lisa's answer, huh? She's fat.
Good word.
I like that.
Harsh.
Tremaine said, very simple answer. I got the last name. That alone makes me better.
That's on period, honey. Okay. I like that.
No cap.
Which I don't get that slang, because that shouldn't be a positive thing. It's never usually a positive thing when you say that. It's on period.
It's on period.
I know.
Stop trying to dissect everything and just like
gross.
take it. Okay.
It's kind of gross and vulgar.
What you're saying? Sometimes just go with it.
Just go with it. Like, why do you have to just like ruin everything?
Because it's gross and vulgar.
Oh my god.
You've ruined everything.
They ruin everything all the time. It's like you can't have any fun or say any cool things in this place.
You're a serial ruiner.
You cannot come into the Ace and TJ Show studio and say cool things.
You can't. It's like, nah. Hey, protector of the language. Me. Oh, God.
Yeah. I'm like those guys with the big hats outside Buckingham Palace. I am not going to crumble.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel. This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
You want to win $10,000? $10,000 that can make a huge difference in your life. Then you go to acetj.com/first and tell us all about it. Find out how you could win that $10,000 with the first quarter of the rest of your life. It's very, very, very fun. Loads of fun. Do it on your device or devices and vices. Okay. Somebody in Pennsylvania rescued a cat. And I'm using rescued here as actually saved a cat's life, not went and bought a cat as rescued. I mean, the cat had been shot by an arrow, and the arrow was still in the cat. Ooh. So the rescuers immediately got it to a vet. They set up a GoFundMe for its medical care, and it's already raised over $5,000. The cat is going to be okay. They named it Cupid.
Oh, that's cute.
Time, and then they will then sell it to somebody. But here's what I want to know. Why do we never hear of the outrageous costs of animal medical care? We always hear about it with human medical care. There's a whole side of our political landscape that wants government to provide health care for people and take the private aspect out of the health care industry, so the government pays for all of it and then limits how much doctors and nurses and all can make, like in other countries. You never hear that about animals, though, because vets are very expensive. Why do you never hear anybody say that vet care is a human right? That we should, if we have pets and pets are like our children and all, why does nobody ever yell about the cost of vet care in the government?
I don't know. Because we love our pets so much. It's just part of it. You're like, it's just expensive.
But don't you love your kids so much and still complain about healthcare too?
Yes.
But I never not one moment of my life have I thought I want the government to take control of the healthcare system. Not one. As a matter of fact, that's one of the most dangerous things that could happen to us.
Yeah. My kids get sick, though. I blame them.
But
I'm like, that's your fault, stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just like with the universities. They keep raising their tuition prices and all that. They don't ever say, we got to get these colleges to lower their prices.
Yeah.
They say we got to get the government to pay the high prices that the colleges charge. I think they got it backwards.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we can start something.
What are we?
Maybe we can troll some people.
Like vets?
I need to learn how to do that. I need to learn how to troll people.
Oh, you're trolling. Don't worry. You got that down pat.
You think?
I think so.
What did I do?
I don't know. Well, making this about, let's find the person that shot the cat with a bow and arrow first.
Yeah.
That seems to be more worrying than the GoFundMe for
And
the
how
cat.
about and there is that good news that the cat's going to be okay. Innocent cat did nothing wrong.
Yeah, after a greedy vet charged $5,000.
Well, also that.
There's that.
I mean, I don't believe that, but that's what others would say.
Yeah.
It's greedy animal health care providers.
Yeah.
$5,000.
Just take the arrow out. I'll do
Yeah.
it for like $100. Just pull it out. It's an arrow. Straight out.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
A lot of things happening this morning. Now trending coming up next.
The Ace and TJ Show 5G app is sponsored by Papa John's. Order now on our app, the Papa John's app, or papajohns.com. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history, one of the biggest Netflix shows ever was a bit of real life, and the whole world was watching. Details next.
Hey, hon. What are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
This year, make the most of winter in Gaston County. Yes, it's winter and the days are shorter and it's tempting to hibernate, but there are all sorts of ways to have fun, both indoors and out right now in Gaston County. Outdoors, there's fast and dry snowless sledding at the chutes at Crowder Springs, ice skating and more at the Whitewater Center, and it is the perfect time for a great winter hike in Gaston County. If you want to stay indoors, you can check out the Shield Planetarium and Museum. Plus, you can always root for the home team at Belmont Abbey or Gaston College, play the slots at Catawba Two Kings Casino, and as always, great shopping is abundant all over Gaston County. Indoors or out, the winter is a great time to make some memories with your family in Gaston County. Get details now and see all of the incredible opportunities to have a great time this winter that are happening in Gaston County at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston. This winter, make some great memories in Gaston County.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
It was 31 years ago today, February 15th, 1992. Jeffrey Dahmer, yes, the Jeffrey Dahmer that so many people know from the Netflix series, was found sane and guilty of the brutal sex torture murders of at least 15 young men. Dahmer was sentenced to 15 life terms, totaling 957 years in prison, but he only served 2 because he was beaten to death by another inmate in 1994. That's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. You can get on the radio. This is Ace TJ 5G.
As we keep growing here with the Ace and TJ network and the Ace and TJ media, we get more and more appreciative of the people who will take a chance on us and sponsor our little program. And a really nice man named Shane Lisenby came in here the other day as a new sponsor to our stuff. And he runs Lisenby Fencing Solutions. So if you have property and you don't have a fence on it and you've thought, I need a fence on my property, call Shane Lisenby first. He's a really good guy. And just because he's a good guy doesn't mean that you should necessarily call him. He's also great at what he does. His company is awesome. Top quality craftsmanship with competitive pricing, done in a timely manner. all different kinds of fences too. If you go to their website, you'll see that. You know, if you need an agriculture fence, if you need a privacy fence, if you need a cyclone or aluminum, they could handle all of that. And like I said, if you want to spend money with good people who you have something in common with, and that is the love for the Ace and TJ show, the love of us. I mean, come on, you can build friendships on that. Am I right, brother? Yeah. So you need a fence? Call Shane Lisenby today, 980-425-0897. Go to acetj.com/fence or lisenbyfencing.com.
Do you live in a sexy city? Sexy, sexy, sexy. Do you want sexy? So a company that sells adult products online has put out a map of the sexiest cities and towns in America. This is based on consumer purchases and behaviors on their website. So there's a top 10 list, one for cities with over 300,000 people. Top 10 sexiest cities: Chicago, Dallas, Vegas, Atlanta, Seattle, Denver, Phoenix, New York City, LA, and Minneapolis. Top 10 sexiest towns, none of which are in the radio family. Somerville, South Carolina made the list, and Ashburn, Virginia made the list.
Oh, that'll make your ash burn right there.
But Miami wasn't on one of the big cities.
No, Miami
That's
was
crazy.
not listed as one
They're
of the
just
big
talking
cities.
about, see, because they're saying that if you use adult products, then that's what they count as sexy.
Right.
When it's not necessarily hand in hand.
Oh.
Not how you look or how you present yourself or how you do the Cuban dances.
But Miami is a very sexy town.
It is.
Yeah, the sexiest,
Mm-hmm.
I think. Well, other than Sykes, Louisiana.
Sykes,
Right.
Louisiana. You gotta sound sexy.
Topping the sexiest towns list. Sykes, Louisiana.
Ace TJ 5G.
Oh, we're on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Show started. We're going.
Ain't nobody told me.
I know. There was a lot happening there. I may have cussed on our app. I don't know.
Over here, Dan.
I was trying to figure that out. If I'm being honest, I think somebody heard me say a cuss word on our app.
Not like they haven't heard it before.
I know, but I didn't want them to hear it again. I was trying to
That's like your thing.
I was trying to avoid that. But anyway.
Yeah, and I was doing something very important here because I just made mention of the it's actually not even a town, it's a village in Louisiana.
A village?
Sykes, Louisiana. Population as of 2021, 111.
Oh.
111 people.
Yeah, I used to live there.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
I lived out in the woods in a big fancy log cabin with a bunch of guys.
It was really cool, really nice. I went out there one time with him. This big 2-story log cabin. It was a huge house. It was awesome.
She still don't believe you.
I don't know. That just sounds like a fake story.
No, it's true.
Okay.
It was
I lived in a village
It was real nice.
in Louisiana, in the woods, in a log cabin with a bunch of guys.
Villages are actually a thing, not just in third world nations and things like that. So if an area has a population and a municipality and they're not big enough to be a town, because it goes village, town, city, then they're called a village.
I've never heard of someone saying I live in a village. That sounds like something from a fairy tale book.
I know. Right, but no, it came out of it comes out of
village far, far away.
It comes out of school books though, which I don't know if you had access to in your village where you grew up in El Salvador.
Having been to Sykes, Louisiana, on a couple of occasions, it's not a fairy tale.
No,
far from it.
Yeah, but it was, in all seriousness, that place where TJ lived, that big log cabin, was awesome. It was very cool.
A lot of dudes in a cabin.
Right. I'm like, yeah, it sounds really cool.
Jealous.
Now trending on the Ace and TJ show.
So a lot of people, this is kind of Louisiana related. A lot of people are complaining that you just can't find king cakes with the baby inside it already. We're approaching choking hazards and stuff like that. And they're saying has woke culture, gotten too far that people are so scared about a choking hazard.
Woke culture has gotten too far. Years ago, it's gotten too far.
Yeah.
You know it's there. You know to look out for it. Come on, it's tradition.
Apparently,
I hate that. I really, really hate that.
They put it underneath. Sometimes they'll put it instead of having it in the middle where you bite down on it or have it in your mouth. They put it underneath a section. So when you cut that section and put it on your plate, there it is.
What's the point? What does it mean when the person gets the baby?
It means that they have to buy the next king cake.
Oh, that's all? It's not like, oh, you have good luck for the next year?
No. And it's like, I've never gotten my little friend Jenny to understand that it's, she thinks when she gets, or she'll cheat to get it. And she walks around with her, in her purse right now, there are several babies from king cakes over the years that she just keeps with her all the time.
That is weird.
Like trophies.
And you're like, it's not a trophy at all.
It's not a contest.
It's like you lost, actually.
Well, it just means that for the next function where there are king cakes, you got to buy the king cake.
I always thought it was good luck too.
Yeah, it's just it is considered good luck, but that's the meaning of you buy the next one.
Oh, that's dumb.
And she's like, well, how about this one?
Yeah, it's
forget that, baby.
Anyway. And that's the theory. It's luck and prosperity because you'll prosper and buy the cake next year. And I think you become the king or queen of the night.
Oh, well, I like that.
Yeah.
I want to be the queen of the night.
You would be.
Yeah, but we don't participate in any of that other part.
I'd be good at that.
We just say you got to buy the next king cake.
Yeah, because you prosper through the year.
But
it's awesome.
It's
fun.
She'll dig through it and cheat. Yeah, she'll start cutting into pieces.
Does she understand?
If somebody goes over to get a piece of it, she follows them over there to make sure that they're not getting it. It's not even a contest because she cheats every time.
Funny.
She might as well just get it when it comes in the mail and just rip it apart and say I got the baby and then throw the rest of it away.
Because the point of the king cake is those two words, luck and prosperity. It means you have the good fortune of finding it means you'll have good luck this year and prosper. So it's built around.
That's
it's
so
supposed to be
funny.
lucky just to find it.
Seems like a Jenny thing to do.
It does. It seems just like
there probably aren't a whole lot of guys that are like cheating to get the baby out of the cake. There's a new product out, and it might look a little weird when you put it on your plate, but a lot of people are into it. We'll discuss coming up next.
The Week in Review is sponsored by Calotren. Go to acetj.com/weight loss to find out more about Calotren. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Is that bacon?
Oh, good morning, sunshine. How'd you sleep on your Sweet Dreams mattress?
Fresh baked cinnamon rolls?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't actually come to your house without your prior consent, and we would never let ourselves in. What you have just witnessed is simply a dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Y'all making fun of me.
Quit yucking her yum.
Making fun of you? All I said was you had little hands. Do you not have little hands?
Whatever.
That require little pens with Spanish words on them?
I always like the people who, throw the most barbs at everybody to say, why y'all always treat me bad?
I'm not hating on y'all. I just laugh at the dumb things you guys say sometimes.
I need to make.
But that's what we're doing.
Good point.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you did. You did. You said Hefe.
Why you me?
Why you on me?
I on your laptop one time, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Ew.
These are the one-star strip club reviews. This is where we go across the country and read real strip club reviews from the internet. Just got a couple. We will start in Syracuse, New York, a place called Lookers. Tony left a one-star review. Moments after going in, I wanted to leave. I will say they have a really cool-looking stage. A couple of the girls were hot, but this is not a place where I am comfortable sitting down anywhere. One star.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. More show than you can get on the radio. This is Ace TJ 5G.
You've got an event coming up. You've got a meeting coming up. You need a place. You need a location. Here's what you do. Go to cabarrusarena.com and see what they have, because it doesn't matter the size of event. 3,000 people, 300 people, 7 people, doesn't matter. They have great meeting rooms. They have a variety of different spaces and buildings. And then, of course, there's the full arena. cabarrusarena.com to find out about how you can best use their facility and to see all the great stuff they have coming each and every week. cabarrusarena.com.
That's where I met my little dog. Met him on the floor of the Cabarrus Arena, and I just knew. I was like, I have to have that dog. And then the woman said, no, you don't want that dog. I said, yes, I do. And she said, no, I promise you don't. Long story short, I got that dog. I love him.
And now you don't know what to do with him. You couldn't live without him now.
Couldn't. I would just crumble up and wither away.
I gave a high school graduation speech in that arena.
It's a cool place.
Yeah, and then Charity Case played there at halftime of an arena football league game that was there.
Really?
Yeah, I've always wanted to play a full concert in there with it packed.
And arena football is back, baby. So I just want to ask one more question about this king cake thing. So I was talking now trending about how people are complaining that when you go to a bakery and you order a king cake, which is pretty traditional for a Mardi Gras celebration as we get into that season, a lot of bakeries are not including the baby inside the cake because it's a choking hazard, which, okay, I guess on its face, that's true. There's a little plastic toy inside the cake. But, we got Cracker Jack. We've had other snacks that have pieces of plastic in it. But what bakeries are suggesting is that you go to Michael's and just buy the baby separately, and then you put it in there yourself.
Yeah. Or they will provide the baby in the packaging, and then you put it in there yourself. Or that's the way they've been doing for a little while, like the last few years. Or they will take the baby and put it in the box and then put the cake down on top of it somewhere. Where it'll be when you cut the piece.
It'll be on the bottom of the
bottom
slice.
of it, yeah.
I do think the king cake is okay as a dessert. It's an okay dessert. I'm not crazy about the king cake. It's more of like a symbol, and you got to kind of have it.
It's really sweet.
Yeah, because it's got sugar all over
Yeah.
the top.
Yeah,
of it.
it's just like really sweet.
Yeah, purple, green, and gold sugar.
And that's always been the interesting thing to me is in a place that's known for its cuisine, that's the one thing that everybody knows. It's not that great.
Well,
nobody really loves the king cake. It's
I
just
do.
part of the experience.
Yeah, I put it in the microwave, get it softened up. It's like eating a cinnamon roll.
Yeah. But it, like a beignet cake, like, you know, that is kind of more my speed. I love those things.
I love that. Do they have beignet cakes?
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
I don't know.
I want that though.
It's really got to be kind of piping hot.
Yeah.
Too. It'd be a little
That powdered
difficult,
sugar where it gets nice and stuck on your fingers.
Ace TJ 5G. This is Ace TJ TV. The Ace and TJ Show will be right back.
Now, better ingredients, better pizza means that each bite of every Papa John's slice just keeps getting better. From that first bite you have to blow on, to that second bite of crispy, crunchy toppings, to that string of gooey, melty cheese. And just when you're thinking this cannot get any better, you get to the crust and you realize it's not just any crust. Oh no, it's epic stuffed crust that's hand-stuffed with cheese. Better ingredients, better pizza, even better when it's stuffed.
And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ Dailies.
A mortgage.
So picture yourself, you're out getting some peace and calm in your life. You're at a community park doing a free yoga class outside. You're namasteing all over the place. You're mindful. You're breathing properly. You're child's pose and downward dog and all them other ones. And all of a sudden, something smacks you in the head. It feels like somebody just hit you with a hammer. You look up, and it is an iguana that has fallen out of the tree onto you. Now you got to go to hospital. This guy was doing the yoga out in the park. And an iguana fell out of a tree onto him in Miami.
Because it's cold?
I don't know. It's just that those things, if you are at a restaurant and you're eating outside and it's not in the middle of the city area, like of Miami or what's the neighboring to Miami?
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale. Because we were in Fort Lauderdale one time. We were sitting outside at a little place eating burgers in a little hippie-looking place. And the next thing I know, my little friend Jenny just starts screaming, "Blank that, blank that, blank that," and then running away. Because an iguana had just jumped up on the little fence right beside her where she was sitting in the booth.
Trying to take y'all's food?
No, just walking. Like
Oh,
they'll just
no.
jump up on things to get, because they pretty much have the run of the place.
So the guy ended up having to go to the hospital?
Yeah, he was hurt. He's all right. It says he'll be okay. But yeah, those things are heavy.
I looked it up. The average weight of an adult male iguana is 8.8 pounds. So it's like having a 10-pound weight dropped on your head out of a tree.
Yeah, they're huge. But no, Alexis, I don't think iguanas are cheeseburger. They're not the Hamburglar.
Bro, you
trying to
guys-
steal food.
You trying to take your food?
I punched that iguana. You're not about to take my tacos.
That's what she was worried about. And he tried to steal your food?
Yeah, like what?
I know, he didn't try to steal her food.
Square up.
Iguana. I saw for a real iguana. That's fighting.
You better watch out, iguana.
Yeah, we're not doing that around here.
And he tried to take your food.
Trying to take your food?
Just like,
I'm a peaceful person, but I will kill an iguana.
I'll choke it out.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.
If you want to sleep better and lose weight, then the product that you need is called Calitrin, or you can pronounce it Calitrin. Very easy for you to get. Just go to acetj.com/weight loss. acetj.com/weight loss for Calitrin.
The Johnson Group Facility Services is a commercial cleaning company that focuses more on customer satisfaction than the bottom line, because each customer works directly with the owners every step of the way. If you need any commercial cleaning, the Johnson Group can handle it. Get details at acetj.com/clean.
I'm going to try.
Don't do it,
Very
girl.
last day.
Yeah, you keep working on that dream, girl. Don't give up.
So while we got 2 days in a row of no hat and curls?
Because my curls be looking good for the last 24 hours, so I thought I would give you guys another day of it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel so honored that we got some good
You guys
looking
can see
curls 2
my
days in a
face,
row.
my full face.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So all weekend you'll be wearing a hat though, making up for it.
Yep.
I got my curls on fleek today, as the kids say.
Mm-hmm.
They popping.
They are popping.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna wear them.
Well, it started out wet yesterday, but then it got dry, didn't it? Wasn't it
It was
real wet?
it was a low wet
was a little
when I
wet.
came in. Yeah.
But
Just a
man,
little
once
bit.
it dries, it's like it's like plugging in a yeah, plugging in this neon sign, so it's glowing.
When you I just because I don't know how this works, I'm not being critical. I'm just asking. When you wake up, you're like, okay, curls are popping today. Do you do anything to it then to try to formulate something or get a shape to it, or you just kind of go with it, let the wind do what it wants to do?
Just spray a little water and let's see what happens.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's why that sometimes it can be wild, sometimes it can be tame, sometimes it's moving, sometimes it's not.
It goes with how my personality is going to be for the day.
Do you let the wind style it?
I'm just asking how you
Give
go
it some
about
type
doing
of
it.
shape?
Yeah. Because sometimes it looks kind of wild and sometimes it doesn't. So I don't know if there's a look you're going for or you're just letting it happen. I don't know.
How do I say this?
That's not what I was going for. I meant her in particular. Not all Hispanic ladies.
Your Latino hair.
Let's do Now Trending with Rick.
Now trending on the Ace and TJ Show.
Is it the wind?
Is it when you're stylist?
Well, okay, let me be honest with
Is
you.
it the desert wind?
Wait, hang on. I'll be honest with you.
From home country?
No, here's why. Because sometimes it just looks like it's just crazy, and I don't know is she putting any effort into it or not. That was the basis of my question.
Well, that's even better.
It's not.
Yeah,
it had
crazy
nothing to do
hair.
with-
What do you?
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
It's all right, let me say this some way you'll understand. It's loco.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel. Mornings just got way better. You can now watch the Ace and TJ show live, weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. Eastern. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and wake up with us every morning. This is Ace TJ TV.
Yeah. So, I'm a Heinz ketchup guy. Like I don't settle for any substitutes. I like Heinz ketchup.
Riggins, Heinz ketchup guy.
That's my ketchup. I like it. But they've got 3 new products coming out. I don't know if I'm on board with this. They've tried mayo racha,
Yeah.
That was their mayo mixed with sriracha. It's a little spicy mayo. You might see that over like people got creative with it. They put it on like shrimp and doing like kind of like a bang bang shrimp.
Yeah.
Squirt it over sushi, things like that. Mayo racha. But there's 2 new products out in addition to the mayo racha. Now they've got mayo Q, which is mayonnaise mixed with barbecue sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know.
That could probably be pretty good.
I'm willing to try it. Absolutely.
I love mayonnaise.
Yeah, I do too. But this one, I think they need to work on the name a little bit. It's mayonnaise mixed with mustard, and they just call it mayo must.
Mayo
must.
Mayo must.
I don't like that at all. Mayo must.
Nasty.
Ew.
I think they need to work on the name.
You got a bad case of that mayo must.
Oh, it smells like mayo must in here.
That's mayo. You mayo musty.
Yeah.
It's like they sat around and for some reason somebody said like we got to have a name in 10 seconds. What have you got? And somebody goes mayo must. Okay, we'll go with it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they didn't really have an option. I mean,
They could call it, if they want to keep mayo first in the title, they could call it mayo. Mayo.
Yeah.
Mustard and mayo.
Ugh, it's just not. I mean, I guess so. I don't know even what application you would use that. A mayo mustard combination. I'm not sure. Maybe dipping your fries in it or something. But
that's hilarious.
Or put it on a burger. A lot of people have mayo and mustard on a burger.
Or maybe a hot dog. Someone might like that on a hot dog.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to any of the products. The names are funny, but they all sound like, okay, I'm gonna give that a shot.
Yeah, I just think Mayo Must is a bad name for it.
It is.
But if you're at a gathering and you say, hey, can you bring out the Mayo Must? People are going to go, oh, what? What are you putting on your plate there? So my aunt is one of those people that can't have any of her food touching on her plate. She asks for 3 pairs of silverware in restaurants because she uses a different fork for everything on the plate.
Yeah, she need to go to hospital.
It's weird. And it's kind of, I find it embarrassing to be in public and having her do that. But she's foreign. Doesn't matter from where, but she is foreign. I'm just kidding. She is foreign, but it's not why. When people look at your plate, why do they freak out? Because are you one of those people that only eats potato wedges? Like, that's it. Like 3 meals a day, you're eating potato wedges. Or maybe you eat scrambled eggs with grape jam. Like, whatever it is, it causes people to look at your plate and go, like, what's going on there? They might need to go to the hospital. What is that thing for you? At the Ace TJ Show, we'll find out coming up next.
Ace and TJ. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and Today in History, one of the biggest Netflix shows ever was a bit of real life, and the whole world was watching. Details next.
Hey, hon? What are all these people doing in our house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
This year, make the most of winter in Gaston County. Yes, it's winter and the days are shorter and it's tempting to hibernate, but there are all sorts of ways to have fun, both indoors and out right now in Gaston County. Outdoors, there's fast and dry snowless sledding at the chutes at Crowder Springs, ice skating and more at the Whitewater Center, and it is the perfect time for a great winter hike in Gaston County. If you want to stay indoors, you can check out the Shield Planetarium and Museum. Plus, you can always root for the home team at Belmont Abbey or Gaston College, play the slots at Catawba Two Kings Casino, and as always, great shopping is abundant all over Gaston County. Indoors or out, the winter is a great time to make some memories with your family in Gaston County. Get details now and see all of the incredible opportunities to have a great time this winter that are happening in Gaston County at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston. This winter, make some great memories in Gaston County.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
It was 31 years ago today, February 15th, 1992. Jeffrey Dahmer, yes, the Jeffrey Dahmer that so many people know from the Netflix series, was found sane and guilty of the brutal sex torture murders of at least 15 young men. Dahmer was sentenced to 15 life terms, totaling 957 years in prison, but he only served 2 because he was beaten to death by another inmate in 1994. That's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. This is Ace TJ 5G.
So what you gonna do? You gonna sit around the house and just stay inside?
What you gonna do?
Eat some breads?
Oh, I wish I could eat all the
Or
breads.
are you gonna make some great memories with your family this time of year? I know it's the winter, our tendency is to want to hibernate, but look, you can get out and go do some great indoor and outdoor activities in Gaston County. I mean, start with the Whitewater Center. There's always something great happening at the Whitewater Center. They've always got great hiking trails in the Gaston County area, and especially this time of year, no leaves on the trees. It allows for great sight lines, and it's not nearly as hot as it is in the summer. You can probably enjoy your hike a little bit more when you're not sweating yourself to death. Plus, They've got the chutes at Crowder Springs, which are fantastic. It's snowless sledding. It is high speed and a lot of fun. Having done it myself, it's awesome. You're looking for something more indoors, the Shield Planetarium and Museum. There's always great shopping all over Gaston County. Lots of really unique, cool places in little towns like McAdenville has some great shops in it, among others. So there's always something to do. Belmont has great shops in little places as well. And you got Belmont Abbey College, you've got Gaston College, if you want to catch a game, something like that. Indoors, outdoors, great places to make memories all year round, especially right now in Gaston County. Go to acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston to find out more about what's happening in Gaston County.
So you said the word hibernate in there?
Yes.
People tend to want to hibernate?
Yup.
That makes me wonder, Democrat House of Representatives member from South Carolina, James Clyburn. Been in there for years and years and years, James Clyburn. Not a good person. But you think when he's trying to proposition a lady, he says, why don't you come over here and Clyburnate
Ew.
for a while?
Oh, my Lord.
James Clyburn, you get it? Yeah. Why don't you come to my house and we could just Clyburnate all weekend?
That sounds
If my name
gross.
was Clyburn, I'd be using that.
Yeah.
Clyburnate.
Girl, you look like you need to Clyburnate this winter.
Ew. No, because that sounds too much like something else. It's gross.
What does it sound?
I don't want to get into it, but it's just gross.
He's like 102. If he's still using
He's 82.
Yeah, he's old as hell.
But still, I mean, I
Chill
think
out,
he's
James.
single. I think he's single.
Is he?
I think so.
James Clyburn?
He's in Clyburnate. He's the one who's got a daughter named Mignon. Mignon.
Really?
Yeah, as in filet mignon.
Interesting name.
Yeah. Mignon.
Mignon Clyburn. That's a
Yeah.
mouthful.
Mm-hmm. She could use it too. Hey, boy, come over here and Clyburnate.
Yeah, sure.
Fun with names.
I think it's rather witty.
Yeah. You know, if some guy you thought was hot, last name was Clyburn, Alexis, and he told you to come over and Clyburnate with him, you'd be laughing and say, oh, it do be that way sometimes, or whatever it is that you say. It do be like that.
Yeah, you tell your friends.
He told
I know
me.
y'all didn't see me all weekend long. I was Clyburnating all
Ew.
weekend.
Come over and Clyburnate.
I hate that.
I was all up in my feels while I was Clyburnating.
Ew.
And I hate to give any advice to James Clyburn to help him get reelected next time, but if I were him, I would use that in a campaign, signs or something, in a motto. Yeah. Time for District 6 of South Carolina to Clyburnate once again for another 2 years, 4 years or whatever.
Yeah. Oof.
Just you and us. This is Ace TJ 5G. Thanks for watching Ace TJ TV. Please make sure you like and subscribe. We'll be right back. And now, a flashback from the Ace and TJ dailies.
And the question is, which show member would you least trust with your darkest secret? And things have changed since I originally brought this up earlier in the week. Things have changed. Who would you least trust with your darkest secret? Right now, in the lead, with 35% of the vote, is Alexis.
Really?
They would least trust you with their darkest secret.
I wonder why.
Well,
I don't tell anybody secrets.
Maybe they figure because far too often you don't have complete control of your faculties.
Mm-hmm.
You think that could be it, Riggins?
Your faculties are out of order.
Yeah.
I always assume that means like pooping on yourself.
That's not what it
Control
means.
his faculties.
Your faculties.
It doesn't mean that.
Pooping yourself.
What is that?
Control my faculties.
Incontinence.
Incontinence. Yeah. That's the same thing. Oh, are they pooping on themselves?
It's
not.
No.
really
What are
bad.
you talking about? No.
Really bad, really bad. All his faculties are right there in his bed.
But speaking of pooping on yourself, Ace is runner-up in this poll.
Thanks.
A close second, but Alexis with a hearty lead.
But I predicted when you mentioned this the other day, I predicted I would win because I am bad to share things on the radio, and I try not to.
Exactly. He actually has data and proven facts that he can't keep a secret.
But I've gotten better at it as I've gotten older.
Because no one's told you their secrets.
I wish I could remember that secret about you. I would tell him.
Secret.
That's losing control of your faculties right there. That's what that is.
For all things Ace and TJ, subscribe to the Ace and TJ YouTube channel.
I know I got the bag. Everybody wanna be like me. I know I got the bag. Everybody wanna be like me. Yeah. Everybody wanna be like me. Yeah.
This is the Ace and TJ Show live on acetj.tv.
Welcome to the the Calitrin Ace and TJ Studios. Calitrin, our big partners who have now become the first company with the naming rights of our studio. If you need help losing weight, Calitrin is the way to go. Because you don't want to be taking diet drugs, and you don't want to have something in your system that's making you all jittery and jumpy and feeling like you're about to have a heart attack. You don't want that. Calitrin doesn't do that. Calitrin is the high-quality collagen protein that promotes fat loss and lean muscle. And to prove that it's not going to make you jittery and keep you all jacked up, you take it at night before you go to bed. Right there. And it's scientifically proven to help you lose weight because, you know, it's hard. It's hard when you're trying to lose weight, especially, you know, depending on how old you are and what other, health issues you have. So give Calitrin a try. A lot of people said they tried all kinds of stuff in their particular condition and nothing helped until they used Calitrin. If you buy 3 months supply right now, you get 1 month free and $30 off. That's huge. So go to acetj.com/weight loss, acetj.com/weight loss for Calitrin.
What's something you put on your breakfast, lunch, or dinner plate and it it causes people to give you a weird look. Maybe people might think you're odd. Megan said, when I eat Subway, I open the sandwich and then I eat all the vegetables off first and then I close it and then eat the sandwich.
That is kind of strange.
That would make me look at you weird.
Yeah. So none of the vegetables are actually eaten as part of the sandwich.
I guess not.
Why not just tell them to put the vegetables, like, can you put those on the side?
Yeah, like a salad.
Yeah.
They have a thing for that.
That is
Like you could
wild.
have a sandwich and a salad.
At Subway though, where would they put the veggies?
They have
Yeah, you can
salad.
get a salad. at
Really?
Subway.
Like a little bowl or something, I'm sure.
Huh.
And they got soup too.
That's crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get over there. Soup of the day.
In a plastic bag.
Mmm.
Is that right?
That's how they heat it up.
Yeah.
Penny
Penny
that's how
said,
it used to work.
Yeah.
yeah. Penny said, people look at me weird when I just put a big old chunk of butter right in my chili. Oh, yeah. I would look, I'd go, oh,
Yeah.
that's something I've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Nicole said, I put sour cream in my sketty. And I'm wondering, does she mean like Honey Boo Boo sketty? Like that was big on the reality show where she just made a bunch of noodles, spaghetti, and then added ketchup and butter to it, and that was sketty. And then she adds a little bit of sour cream to it. Trying to pack in some calories if I can. What else is here? Lauren said I put ketchup on my collard greens.
Ooh.
Now that might get hurt. My southern card taken away.
Ketchup on collard greens.
And it's
That
already
is
like
a-
slimy, so then you like put it in. Oh, I don't know if I like that.
This one's not that gross, but it's kind of interesting. Angel has cold toast and gravy.
Well, the
Assuming
gravy,
the gravy's hot.
yeah,
so it would
gravy
heat
will
up the
heat up the
toast.
toast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
No, for her,
Cold
I've never
toast.
heard of anybody, having toast and gravy on purpose.
Yeah.
If they had a different option.
Sure.
Cranberry sauce and corned beef hash.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Is
Same
that a
lady.
Canadian or something?
Applesauce on my cheeseburger or sloppy Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, God. What?
Weird.
Yeah, I wonder where she's from. That's not a Southern person.
It can't be.
I like ranch with steak sometimes.
Because Southern people usually don't eat applesauce with the main course of a meal. Some people do with pork chops and things.
I've never heard it on a burger.
No, but it's the same concept.
And
It's like
and
a savory,
sloppy
sweet kind of
Joe.
thing.
Why would you mess up a sloppy Joe by putting some applesauce on?
Yeah, you made it
It
even
might be good.
sloppier.
I'll try it.
Sloppy
It's like
Joe.
extra wet.
Yeah. Alexis is drinking beets this morning.
I'm drinking beets with strawberries.
That's pretty weird. What'd you say you had what? You eat
Steak with ranch sometimes.
Oh, I do all the time.
Right?
I love that.
Okay, I was like, it's not that weird. I don't think.
It's the best steak sauce.
That's what I said.
Yeah, if
A1, gross.
If it's
ranch.
if it's a steak that requires steak sauce, which most of them shouldn't, I'm going ranch
Mm-hmm.
on it.
tea? And what did you say about people that don't like sriracha, Alexis? During the commercial?
Oh, they don't love pho. Right?
Oh, yeah,
That they-
yeah, pho.
That their palate sucks.
Their palate sucks. They have no class.
No,
Just
they're not
bottom line,
cultured.
if you don't like pho, your
They don't know
palate
about good
sucks.
food. Yup.
I've never had
I
pho.
like
So I don't know if I like it or not.
Well, we know about your palate.
What do we know about
Yeah,
his
what do we know
palate?
about my palate? What does that even mean?
We
It's
all
trash.
know. He eats chicken breast, old chicken breast from the oven, and cheeseburgers are on the floor.
Dad, cheeseburgers on the floor.
So-
The dog didn't
happen
finish.
that way.
Yeah, leftover cheeseburgers on the floor.
No,
Mine was on the floor.
not the way that went down. B, the chicken patty thing. I was just depressed and divorced at the time. It was food.
Are
You
you
said
talking
you-
about the wings that were left over from the Super Bowl
And that too. Yeah.
that were on a speaker?
I don't care what y'all say about that.
That was on the
It was
speaker.
2 days
So what?
later.
It was delicious.
And then the other day you said you ate 4 patties for dinner. Just like beef patties, nothing else, just a patty of
Yeah,
beef.
I was home by
Patty.
myself, so I had 4 hamburger patties. I was like, well, let's just throw them in there. And I made up 4 hamburger patties, threw them out on the grill, and ate them.
Yeah, sorry, I messed that up. You are definitely a culinary genius.
Look out, chef's
But
table. Here he comes.
Yeah, for real.
I've never had pho either, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think it sucks.
No, you would love it.
I was about to say,
I don't
I
think
think
I would.
with what I've seen, I think it would be delicious,
I ain't
but I
even-
don't know enough about it.
And it would touch both
Tofu.
y'all souls. It doesn't
No, it
have
wouldn't.
tofu in
I
it.
wouldn't be eating any of that.
Yeah, you need your soul touched, and you do too.
My
so.
soul's touched by the Lord,
Oh, God.
not by some soup that came here from some communist regime.
This is communist soup.
It is. The Marxist madness soup.
You're listening to the Ace and TJ Show. The Ace and TJ Show will be back in less than 3 minutes.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
Hey, it's Ace, and today in history, one of the biggest Netflix shows ever was a bit of real life, and the whole world was watching. Details next.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
We are so excited to be a part of the Ace and TJ family, long time listeners, and delighted to have our business now a part of the family.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Whether you are buying or selling a home, Chambers & Associates Realty team is here to help. Because this is what they do. They are experts, they are experienced, and they know what you need to get through this process easily. Again, whether you're buying or selling, call them 704-439-6232, 704-439-6232, or visit them online at lkncharlottehomes.com. That's lkncharlottehomes.com.
Hello, if you are a business owner, we know what it's like to be in business. From HR to accounting, we know the struggles, and we're here to help you with insurance so we can take one thing off your plate.
This year, make the most of winter in Gaston County. Yes, it's winter and the days are shorter and it's tempting to hibernate, but there are all sorts of ways to have fun, both indoors and out right now in Gaston County. Outdoors, there's fast and dry snowless sledding at the chutes at Crowder Springs, ice skating and more at the Whitewater Center, and it is the perfect time for a great winter hike in Gaston County. If you want to stay indoors, you can check out the Shield Planetarium and Museum. Plus, you can always root for the home team at Belmont Abbey or Gaston College, play the slots at Catawba Two Kings Casino, and as always, great shopping is abundant all over Gaston County. Indoors or out, the winter is a great time to make some memories with your family in Gaston County. Get details now and see all of the incredible opportunities to have a great time this winter that are happening in Gaston County at acetj.com/Gaston. That's acetj.com/Gaston. This winter, make some great memories in Gaston County.
Ace TJ 5G presents Today in History.
It was 31 years ago today, February 15th, 1992. Jeffrey Dahmer, yes, the Jeffrey Dahmer that so many people know from the Netflix series, was found sane and guilty of the brutal sex torture murders of at least 15 young men. Dahmer was sentenced to 15 life terms, totaling 957 years in prison, but he only served 2 because he was beaten to death by another inmate in 1994. That's Today in History.
You're watching Morning Radio. Welcome to the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. This is Ace TJ 5G.
Let's go boom.
You guys ever left a note on somebody's car critiquing their parking?
No.
I've never done that.
No, never do that.
And my feelings would be hurt. TJ, you said no?
No.
There's a note here somebody got on their car. It said, "Nice job parking. I'm 300 pounds. How do you think I'm going to get in my car?" Letting them know I'm also a big person.
Well, did they crowd them?
Kind of.
But it's not their fault how they're going to know that that person was 300 pounds.
But they know whether or not they parked over the line.
I mean, it's right on the edge.
if you're already in a spot, I have had that happen though.
It's like,
Yeah, but the wheel's still inside of the
I
line.
still think it's contained within the spot.
Yeah, I took a picture of one recently
You took a picture?
where somebody came and blocked me. I was parked. I can't find it right now. And they parked over the line. And I was like, I'm going to do something with it. Then I meant to use it on the show or something. I didn't do it. But I could barely get in my car.
Really?
What?
Nothing.
What are you laughing at, Alexis?
She's saying it's kind of like, parking authority, come.
Yeah, let me take a picture of this, hooligan.
She's laughing.
It's like you took your phone out to really take a picture.
Yeah, because I took the picture to remind myself when I saw, I need to talk about this on the radio. Which is what I do for my job. Sometimes I think of I should take a picture of that. I'll see it and go, I need to talk about that.
It wasn't to alert the authorities.
Who am I going to send the picture to?
I don't know.
Yeah. I took the picture because it was faster than stopping to type. Remember to tell the story about the guy parking over the line.
Well, y'all think about somebody who calls the police and reports a person is parked in a handicap spot without a handicap sign. Maybe illegally parked in a handicap spot. We're calling the cops.
That's kind of I'm not going to ever do that, but I'm kind of okay with.
I'm staying out of it.
Yeah, I'm minding my business.
Yeah,
I'm staying out of it. I'm staying out of it as well. But if somebody did it and reported somebody who was taking up the handicap spot, I have no problem. Good for them.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't care if somebody else did. I'm like,
I don't want to be involved. I'm not going to do it. But I'm glad you called the cops on them. Good for them.
Yeah, right. I mean, of course, in my case, it would be stupid to call the cops on myself.
Yeah.
I take up 2 of them at a time.
Yeah.
I'll pull in, straddle the white line between 2 handicap spots.
I'd like to report a crime that I'm committing right now.
Can you call the cops because someone's parked in handicap?
Yeah.
Really? And they'll come out?
You get a ticket for that.
That's crazy.
Do you call the non-emergency line?
I don't know. I wouldn't know what to do.
I would think. But I don't know what a non-emergency line is.
Yeah, that's like a whole phone number or something.
111.
Really?
No, I don't know.
Ace TJ 5G.
All right, make sure you get signed up for our first quarter of the Rest of Your Life contest, acetj.com/first. You can win $10,000. If it'll change your life, you have to tell us in 100 words or less how $10,000 would change your life and the lives of people around you. acetj.com/first. Please go do that. I got to be honest. I've been talking about these big red boots for a couple days now. They are available on February 16th, $350. You cannot get your hands on them. They are already listed on aftermarket websites for, I've seen $1,650. So what is the markup on that like?
Ooh,
I mean, $350 to $1,650. I don't even know.
7%.
About 7%, like the inflation numbers. A lot more expensive. You can't get them, but now they're like a cultural thing. Like celebrities are wearing them. How did they get them before everybody else? That's what I want to know. Seem to have some sort of in on these, but $350 if you can get them. I'm still down for it. I'm going to show the screen
want them.
here. I think they're so cool.
They would be up to my knees probably, but
Yeah. Check those out. If you're looking on YouTube, you can see these. Ace TJ TV.
swag.
Yeah, I bet I would see a lot of those, at Daytona Bike Week.
Yeah.
Probably see a bunch of those.
It's cool streetwear, It's a different style. Yeah, Ace, you're going to Daytona soon. You might see these down
Friday.
there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep an eye out for this. I'm sure those will be big around the Daytona 500.
Yeah. I love them.
I just I don't get it.
I would like to put a pair of them on just to see what they feel like. What it feel like?
They look like they would be comfy.
Squishy, but hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, comfy doesn't. Do you think they look comfy?
I feel like they would be plushy.
Yeah, they look like memory foam.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the same company that also has another pair of boots that resemble the boot you wear when you break your foot.
Yeah.
That's what that looks like. And they're called Help, I Broke My Foot.
And
So
can
those
you
are-
bend? Can you bend the ankle of those?
Doesn't look like it.
No. So you got to. And if you've got one on each foot, then you're really going to be walking crazy.
Yeah. It's just, you know.
Like you're walking in ski boots.
They like to be known as a art collective. And if anybody saw that there's a new Banksy in London that's already been taken down. It was put up yesterday for Valentine's Day, and it showed a woman dressed like a 1950s style with a black eye. And he used an open freezer that was discarded as the woman like pushing her husband inside it. So he had a pair of legs sticking out, like getting her revenge on an abusive husband. It was wild. He did it like overnight.
And they said no thank you to that. It
Well,
can't
somebody
have that.
they took away the freezer because it was like an open freezer. And I guess that causes a danger to the public when there's an open freezer out there. So they took it away, and it was a private building. So the person decided to paint over it, which is the dumbest thing ever.
Dumb, and that's Banksy.
It's a Banksy.
I know. You
But-
could have brought, I don't know, value to your business.
Yeah, but vandalism.
Hey, don't graffiti. It's horrible and bad.
Not if they paid him to come do it and they own the building.
Vandalism.
Mm-hmm. Kill all the fun.
I
Because
know.
liberals hate beauty. That's what it is.
Yeah, but I think
Oh,
a
you
really
liberals
nice
hate beauty.
Mural is beautiful.
a nice mural could be beautiful and better than just some old rundown looking building.
Yeah, you could be like, oh,
But
this
if
is
you
a
don't
boring
own the building
building.
and you don't make those decisions, then you got to go to penitentiary.
That guy should be happy that it happened on his
He
building.
paid him to do it. That's what I'm saying. That's different. If he paid him to do it. But if I own a building, I come out and somebody's been painted all over it, some vandals, I want to see them go to penitentiary.
Even if it's Banksy?
I don't care if it's Banksy, Spanksy. I don't care who it is. I'm gonna be painting.
What
on
if
my
it was
business.
a huge American flag
If I didn't ask for
and
it,
Ronald Reagan?
if I didn't ask for it,
what?
I might enjoy it. I might like it. But if I didn't ask for it, I want him to go to penitentiary because it's vandals.
I'd probably just sell the building because it'd be worth a lot of money.
Right.
You're listening to the Ace and TJ Show.
Family presents unfiltered, uncensored, and uninterrupted. Well, almost. Right here. Let's go. This is Share Funny from the Ace and TJ Show Plus.
Hiya. Hello. So Ace, how did you and your wife end up featured in the Daily Mail? Because some listeners are sending us links to a story from the Daily Mail that feature you and your wife.
Yeah, that's an interesting story. So here's what happened. First off, this lady contacted Amanda after seeing a TikTok. And a lot of the TikToks are about age gaps and all that kind of stuff that we do because it's kind of funny. People seem to get a kick out of it. And said she was saw our TikTok and would like to do an article about us being an age gap couple. So Amanda comes to me, asks me would I be willing to be interviewed. She goes, "It's an English lady." I said, "Okay, sure, I'll do that. That's fine. No big deal." And the lady called 2 weeks ago. I talked to her for about. She talked to Amanda one day before that. Then she interviewed me for about 15 minutes. And then that was the end of it. She said, "I'm going to be gone to New York for the next 7 to 9 days. And then when I get back, I'll finish the article." And I said, "Okay." And honestly, I hadn't thought about it anymore. And then it popped up this morning. Somebody sent a message that said, "Hey, this article is in the Daily Mail." And that was the first time that I realized, oh, like the Daily Mail. I didn't know that.
The Daily Mail.
Yeah. I didn't know. I had no
worldwide
idea.
publication.
I had no idea it was the Daily Mail. I thought it was like for just some website in England or something.
It's
I
like
don't
the biggest website in the UK. It's got to be.
Well, yeah, she didn't, and Amanda didn't. Amanda may not have even known. She didn't mention it was the Daily Mail. But when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my God, that's the Daily Mail."
Were they nice in the article? Did they?
I haven't read it yet. I just
was it a
skimmed through
straight up deal, or were they? Sometimes they can do hit pieces on people.
I have not read the article yet.
Skimming it looks like it's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Yeah, I did go through the messages. Not so nice, but interesting.
What?
It's about 50-50.
On the Daily Mail thing?
The comments weren't.
Yeah, going through the comments. Like, if you're happy, that's all you need.
Where is it? I want to find it.
It's in our DM.
Oh, it's in our DMs.
And, there are a lot of, I'm sure his financials sealed the deal. There's no way she falls in love with him unless he's rich. Then other people saying, hey, other people giving their examples of their situations and all that kind of stuff. So, a lot of people are really nice.
And they spelled mum like in English.
Yeah.
It says I found mum.
Because they are English.
As my mum. Wow, look at you. Big time.
So the reporter just saw it on TikTok and sent a message there.
She sent a message.
I don't want to interview.
Yeah, she sent a message to Amanda via TikTok. I'm doing an article on age gap couple. Would you be interested? And Amanda said, yeah, give me the details. So the lady called her. They talked. Then she called her back for an official interview. And then she called me and we did an interview. And then
called all the way from England.
Here it is. Called all the way from England.
You talking to somebody on the phone in England?
Your daddy wouldn't believe that.
I'll be damned.
I didn't even think about that, Rick.
Y'all are the new damn Harry and Meghan.
I'm just a little old goofy boy from Pineville, Louisiana. I ended up in the Daily Mail.
Damn international news.
That is kind of wild when you think about it, but I didn't know. I didn't realize it was the Daily Mail at all. I didn't know that until I saw it this morning.
I look at the Daily Mail every day.
Daily?
Daily.
And I'll give them one thing I give them credit for. They posted this picture that we took on the beach the day before, I think it was the day before we got married in 2021. And it's probably one of the best pictures of me ever taken because I had really been working hard in the gym and all that kind of stuff before this picture.
Yeah, cleaning it.
But they put that on the front of the article. It says, "I fell in love with a man the same age as my mom. We're now expecting a baby together."
Yeah, my mom.
And the headline seems way more salacious than the article.
Well, that's why they picked that picture too.
Yeah.
They're like,
well, because I was reading some of the people's comments. Like one person says, "No typical man. He's very fit for his age. They're both good looking and in great shape, so I can understand the attraction." I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was like, okay.
Just like Elvis has an alien baby kind of thing. They're trying to, make it wild. They're like, let's get stark difference picture. But and honestly, that's not that stark.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's some porn spam in the comments.
And they misspelled Mooresville, North Carolina.
Oh, and like one lady put
They spelled it with a W.
each to their own childhood traumas. I'd like to thank Lamia Tay, who said, I mean, the guy stays in shape. He's not bad looking either.
Yeah.
Well, ma'am, that was 2 years ago. Well, I was ingesting a lot of testosterone then, but not anymore.
Ingesting it? You were drinking it?
Yeah.
Ooh, where did I get that concoction with a Miller Lite? Put some testosterone in my Miller Lite, if you don't mind.
They even talked about your vasectomy. Goodness gracious.
It was a deep dive.
Golly.
Well, I mean, that's part of the story of how we have the child.
They talking about your junk's junk.
Your willy.
Oh, damn. Here's a message Amanda's not going to like. There's a small picture of us. She's in a bikini and I'm in a swimsuit on the beach. And then the larger picture is the one of me and Amanda, and she's holding the sonogram photos. And this lady posted, they actually look the same age in the picture where she's holding the scan.
Ooh.
Like, damn. That's not true at all.
But didn't you say that somebody always says something like that?
Yeah. And it's all
and those things. So
women. It seems like it's always a woman that makes a comment like, she looks older than 30 or something like that.
No, trust me, she is great looking.
And here's a member of the radio family, Allison. They are a great couple. Ace's radio show does a lot of charitable work in our community. That was very sweet of her. Maturity and financial stability is the reason why, for thousands of years, there can be a 30-year age gap. My friend, I am neither mature nor financially stable these days.
Yeah, so they got a couple things wrong.
Someone put, why is this news?
I mean, there's a lot of those.
Right. I can't fault them for that either. That's like, why are these?
I like to, I'll sleep soundly tonight, thank you. That's a good one.
Okay.
And nobody said anything about his name being Ace?
It doesn't look like it.
Because they didn't use your real name in any.
She didn't use it in there anywhere. Because I told her, I don't care. I don't mind you using my real name. That's no
She's
problem.
like, no, it's better if we call you Ace.
And it is funny because that she used mum. I didn't.
Mum.
In the interview, she asked like, "How did your family feel about it?" And then she referenced. I think I mentioned how much my mom loved Amanda from the first time she met her. So it's nice that your mom loved it, and I didn't even occur to me that it would be spelled that way.
But I do think it's good that they didn't post it as a, look at these crazies in America kind of thing. That she was actually a good person, a nice woman.
Yeah, she seemed
awesome.
She was very sweet on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
I do wish they would have linked acetj.com in the article.
I know.
Yeah, or Instagram or
That
something,
would've
like
been-
follow the show.
That would have been cool. She has all our info.
Oh, would it be cool if you guys got an endorsement in England?
Hello, we're Ice and TJ. Take the pods out and listen right now.
I
Let me talk to you about bangers and
This
mash.
is my favorite, absolute favorite snake charmer.
Are you kidding me? Adam would lose his marbles.
Yeah,
He'd be
international.
like, we have to now have acetjmedia.uk.
That's exactly right. We gotta move on this.
We can get Heaven 17 involved.
We're going to have a second studio.
Heaven 17 is an old band that Adam likes.
God, that's crazy.
It does say Ace is the same age as Amanda's mother.
Yeah.
The pair often get mistaken for father and daughter, but find it entertaining. It's a real hoot.
That literally just happened a couple of weeks ago. I think I told y'all there was we'd gone to eat, and there was a member of the radio family, a lady who was celebrating her birthday, and her friend came over, who said, I don't know who. She goes, excuse me, I apologize for interrupting. I don't know who you are. I'm not from here, but my friend listens to your show and would love for you to come over and say hello for her birthday. We want, and I said, sure, absolutely. And then she goes, what? Bring your daughter. And I said, oh, that's my wife. And she was like, oh, I'm real sorry about that.
See,
it's not a big deal. That doesn't bother me at all.
I don't even know if I would correct them. Like, I don't even correct people whenever they call me by the wrong name. Like if somebody calls me Ace, I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, I've had people call me TJ before, and I just let it go.
So this is kind of interesting. After your video airs on the website, it goes to the next last story they had that's similar, where it was woman meets a man that's much older, and he's 30 years older than the woman, and it's a stark difference. I mean, it's bizarre looking. So I guess you were on the good end of that.
See, I think y'all should have more fun with the people thinking she's your daughter, and like make out in front of them and stuff like that. No, you can bring your daughter. Okay, come on, and then just like kiss her up on the neck or something before you walk over to the table. Just, okay, come on, sweetheart. Come on, daddy's girl.
Yeah. Might as well have fun with it.
Yeah.
This is wild.
Yeah, I legitimately did not know this was the Daily Mail until this popped up.
Some of these comments are so weird.
Yeah, there's a lot of not nice comments.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My God. What does it say?
Yikes! I can't say that.
Well, let me
Pretty
see.
funny. Can't say it on Share Funny.
No.
Should Share Funny?
Can you read that?
Oh, it changed.
It changed.
Hey, I'll come over. I want to read
say it. I don't care.
Okay, you say it.
All right, does she call him? Should I do it in a British accent? Or
Yeah, do a British accent. Do a British accent.
Does she call him daddy when he's poking a stink?
It's so gross.
I'm gonna ask you something real quick, mate. Hey, I got a question for you. Does she call him daddy when he's poking a stink? I'm assuming that was not one of the royals.
I love the British slang.
Mm-hmm.
That is hilarious.
I hate that.
Question for you, mate.
Hey, let me see if I got a couple more on these comments. Let me just take a look. Let me take a look. What is the snooze, mate? Where is it? Oh, good luck to him. Those who say he's too old, he may have health reasons. Anyone can have serious health reasons no matter what age. That's just true.
Turn him a break.
Yeah.
I could have health reasons. Is that what
Yeah,
it said?
yeah, you might be falling over dead. You're a dead man walking.
Someone said he must have some quid.
He's got a couple quid. Jumped up his arse or something. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's
Craziness.
Yeah.
Quid.
Got a quid.
When you're poking a stink.
Poking a
I should go back. I should go back in and answer that, guys.
Yeah.
The answer is yes, sir.
I ain't got a quid to my name.
Well, that's a little weird.
Look at y'all.
Men with implant scars should be a red flag to any woman. But I guess naivety will overlook the warning signs. I guess he's talking about his vasectomy.
Implants.
Oh, maybe they're not. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. I don't know what that is.
Someone said that makes two of us who don't care.
Yeah. Hey, well done, sir. The detractors are just jealous. Most blokes would think they're lucky stars to be with such a beautiful woman. Good luck to both of them.
Both of them.
Yeah, good luck, brother.
Yeah, bruv. Wow.
Here's another good. I'm available too.
Oh, definitely. She's been looking for a father her whole life. Now, guess what? She found him.
Oh, my.
I got a bagel named Ace. I got a bagel named Ace.
Quite a smeller on him, I'll say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and somebody on YouTube asked, "Where is this?" Is it on the Daily Mail's Facebook page?
It's the
Is
Daily
that
Mail,
it?
bruv.
Yeah, I don't even know how to. I just clicked the link. I think it took me to Facebook.
Oh, he's a lucky get. Get. Lucky get. I wouldn't want my young daughter bringing home a grandpa. Enjoy your 20 years, then it's diaper time.
Meaning for him.
I think so. I don't know.
Okay, let's take a break.
Oh, Mr. Todd said Google Daily Mail, Ace and Amanda, and it'll pull up.
Google funny as shit. Be right there.
Share Funny from the Ace and TJ family. More next. You're watching the Share Funny podcast live on YouTube. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Welcome back to the Share Funny podcast on Ace TJ TV. Hey, it's funny you'll share. The Ace and TJ family presents the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ show.
Ace, this just popped up. You know Anthony Michael Hall, the actor from the 80s?
Yeah.
He was in The Breakfast Club and all kinds of stuff. He and his wife, Lucia, just announced the upcoming birth of their baby son. He's 54 and she's 32. It's their first child.
Okay. So they're 22 years difference.
Yeah. And I dare say that if there are any problems in the world, one of them will not be whether or not that baby's going to starve. Mess.
Is that right?
He's at a buffet every day. Woo. No, they're not that big. I was just kidding. There's just a picture of her with, heavage and the cleavage, throwing it out there.
Show it off.
Mm-hmm.
Show it off.
And I think he has a lot of money, doesn't he? And he's not one of those 80s kid actors that ended up blowing all their money on dope and all that stuff, is he?
I don't know.
I think he still has, done well for himself. I don't know why I think that. I just never hear his name coming up in there with all of those other
Let's see.
80s child actors that are, you know, let's say lost or have gone through stages of being lost.
Which seems like most of them.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like very many made it out on the other side in better shape. There's a few exceptions, but not as many.
Yeah, and you see him, Anthony Michael Hall pops up in things sometimes. I just did a Google search. It said his net worth is about $4 million.
Okay.
Well, another one says he's worth about $16 million. So, you know, whatever.
So anywhere from 4 to 16 million.
Yeah, I mean, this is
Probably
all,
closer to, I don't know.
Yeah, they're all weird numbers. One says 8 million, one says 16 million. So who knows? But either way, he's one of those guys that just seems to every now and then you go, oh my God, that's Anthony Michael Hall. He'll just pop up as a guest star in something, or I think he had a TV show a while back, didn't he? So he has a 22-year age gap, and whereas mine is 24.
So you say that as an in-your-face thing?
No.
In-your-face, Anthony Michael Hall.
I haven't seen any articles about Anthony Michael Hall in the Daily Mail. It's, whatever.
Yeah, but he's in the New York Post, but they don't. I guess they don't have a comment section on those stories. Maybe they do. I don't know.
He dated some celebrities, right? He dated. Who did he date?
Was it Uma Thurman?
Well, he was.
I know Uma Thurman's film debut was in a movie that he starred in, where he was a high school football star.
And that is one of those terrible movies
called Johnny Be Good.
Johnny Be Good. I love that movie.
That was Uma Thurman's first movie, I think. Because I remember in my pornographic memory, the opening credits of that saying, and introducing Uma Thurman.
Yeah, I bet he banged everybody.
You think?
Probably. Is he still good looking?
Was he ever?
Anthony Michael Hall? Right? Am I thinking of the right guy?
He was always known as being the little dweeb guy in the movies that was
yeah, maybe not.
You know, he never got the girl.
Yeah,
he wasn't
all right.
the hot guy in the movies.
Okay.
Can I take a moment to offer a suggestion to people? So I reposted this article on my personal Facebook page, and the first comment is from a very nice lady named Rebecca, who is clearly listening to Share Funny right now, because her comment underneath it is, "Poke that stink, Ace, ha 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 ha." Now bear in mind,
gross.
Everybody who sees that after that will have no idea what you're talking about. While it's funny, it's a very funny comment. Other people are going to go like, what is she talking about?
Oh, brother.
Let's see.
People are fighting in the comments too with each other because of y'all. Y'all starting fights.
What? Just making comments about
At each other. They're just you're starting fights.
So it says that that Uma Thurman's she made the transition to acting from modeling with her film debut, the teen thriller Kiss Daddy Goodnight.
Never heard of it.
Which should have been the title of y'all's Daily Mail article. That was in 1987, and then she was cast in Johnny Be Good. But I remember the credits saying and introducing Uma Thurman.
Bigger movie, maybe?
Yeah, I was saying, is there any chance that one of them was a limited release and then Johnny Be Good was the first? Because it was Anthony Michael Hall, Robert Downey Jr., and Uma Thurman were the three big ones.
And I just see the big, I think the letters were yellow in the credits.
I believe it.
How could we look that up? Opening credits of Johnny Be Good.
Just like that.
It's on YouTube.
And she was.
I just watched that movie a couple months ago. It popped up on TV late at night, like TBS or something, late at night.
You said she was fat, Regan?
She was fabulous.
Fabulous. Oh,
in all the Kill Bill movies, incredible.
I've never seen any of those.
Oh, incredible movies.
I don't know that I've ever seen an entire Quentin Tarantino movie ever.
I find them hit and miss, and I know he's like regarded as the best ever. But the Kill Bill ones are awesome. It's bloody, gory, fast moving action.
Yeah, I don't like gratuitous
violence. Violence.
Gore.
Yeah.
Gore. I don't like.
There's gratuitous violence.
I like gratuitous violence. I don't like gratuitous gore.
There's a lot of that.
That Christmas movie, with John Leguizamo and the Santa was having to fight all of them and everything. What was that called? Yeah, Violent Night is what it was called. It was just a lot of gross, gory stuff that didn't need to be in there. It wasn't just action. It was like, let's see how bloody and gory we can make it.
TJ, you are correct. The wording says, and I'm looking at it right now, and introducing Uma Thurman. And introducing is in yellow cursive letter with black background. Uma Thurman is in big blue letters with white underneath. So yeah, cool. It says, and here I'll show it to you. So you can see that. And introducing Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
Then I bumped it. It rolled. Sorry. But yeah.
What?
I know you've done that in front of Jody. Jody's not impressed by that skill of yours.
Yeah. Everybody's got a memory.
Everybody's got a memory.
Everybody's got a memory.
He did that during their podcast the other day. She was like, she's so unimpressed. She couldn't have cared less.
Or she would say something along the lines of, "Oh, well, I mean, you should know it. You're obsessed with movies and TV."
Yeah.
So I haven't seen that movie since 1988 or whatever year it came. It's not one that I've gone back and watched a lot.
Remembered it.
Well, everybody's got a memory. I can remember things too. What happened when I was young.
She's so cute.
Yeah, that's what I was saying the other day. Jody can watch a show and really enjoy, every season of it or whatever. But I can't. I don't watch shows. I'm obsessed with shows. What's that? Is that show you're obsessed with? The new show you're obsessed with? It's like, well, I mean, I watch it. I enjoy it. But I wouldn't say I was obsessed with it. Oh, come on. So now I can't even talk about things that I enjoy, share with one another. Right. Because then I'm accused of being obsessed with it. And then my response was, I'm only in season 2 of that show.
Got 7 more to go.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like when I started watching Breaking Bad, one day at about 4 in the afternoon, and when I exited the TV room, I was finished with all 9 seasons or whatever it was.
You did that in a day?
Well, it took a few days, but I didn't sleep. I was doing some mini thins and get some meth, get some high speed chicken feed. Keep me up all night so I could keep watching.
Some glass.
I was tweaking, twerking, tweaking. And,
right. Y'all got me curious. I did get to the bottom of how that works. That Kiss Daddy Goodnight movie was released in October of '87 at an independent film festival. It was shown. But it wasn't released nationally until 2 months after Johnny B. Good came out. So technically, the first time anybody really saw her was in Johnny B. Good. That's why it says, and introducing Uma Thurman. Sorry, I got totally sidetracked by trying to get to the bottom of why that was.
Uma. Yeah, she's hot.
You think?
In a weird,
she's your type of hot.
She's hot in a weird way, I think.
Because I like, what does that mean?
Because you like women who aren't as flashy and she's more of a plain... girl next door-ish kind of look.
She's a global beauty.
You think?
Yeah.
I need to look at a picture of her right now.
She's more understated, I think.
You think?
Yeah.
I think she's very pretty, though.
I know Quentin Tarantino had a thing about her feet when he directed her in Kill Bill.
What do you mean? Like he was into
Well,
feet
there was a
something?
scene, if I go back to my pornographic memory, there's a scene in this first movie, Johnny is her boyfriend, and she is, I think, on a swing, and she's barefooted.
Oh, that's.
And he says something, and then they're playing around with each other, and she reaches up and grabs his nose with her feet, with her toes, squeezes his nose.
Ew, I don't like that.
That's probably where he probably saw that movie.
That's where he saw it, yeah.
He's like, do that to my nose.
Yeah.
They are sitting on a bed. I just
Googled
Googled
on a
it.
bed, yeah.
They're sitting on a bed.
She's in a swing in the opening scene.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm going to make this bigger. But he's sitting on one end of the bed. She's on the other end. And she reaches up and with her big toe and her second toe, grabs him by the nose and squeezes it or whatever.
So that's where that freak saw that.
Probably. Ooh.
And he must have a thing for Salma Hayek's feet too, because wasn't that a movie where she was stripping with a snake and she poured beer down her leg or something, and he was playing a part in the movie, and it ran from her leg down her leg and down her foot into his mouth.
Ugh. Foot beer.
What was that called?
I don't know.
He's only done like 8 or 9 movies.
It's called something with a V, maybe. It started with a V. But she was played.
V is for Vendetta?
Yeah.
W?
Yeah, she played a stripper, and they went in. The scene was that they were in the strip club, sitting around the stage, and that was a routine that she was doing.
Pour the beer down her leg,
and I'm thinking he was in the movie. I think. Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't him, but it was one of his movies. Because he always talked about. I saw him on Tyra one day talking about that, having a foot fetish. Yeah,
he's way into feet.
He's a weird.
Yeah, he is.
Because he's just a weird dude.
He is.
Tommy Lee does that too. He talks
He's
about
into feet.
Yeah, and you know why Tommy Lee says he's got a foot fetish? Because his mom was a single mom. Shocker. And well, because he didn't have a lot of supervision growing up.
Oh well, sure.
He was out, doing things and getting in rock bands and drugs and all of that. But anyway, he said his mom would come in. She was a waitress and she worked really hard. And when she would come home, he would massage her feet. And his mom had really pretty feet, and that's what triggered it in him. So I always thought that was weird because of the sexual aspect of how he is about feet now started with his mom.
That's extremely weird. Yeah, I don't know. That's got to be weird to bring up to when you're in a new relationship.
I like feet.
Yeah, like
your feet remind me of my mama's.
Yeah.
Like,
That part?
what?
Or
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the part.
Hey, miss any part of Share Funny? Subscribe to the podcast on all major podcast platforms. More Share Funny coming up. You're watching the Share Funny podcast live on YouTube. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Whether you are buying or selling a home, Chambers & Associates Realty team is here to help. Because this is what they do. They are experts, they are experienced, and they know what you need to get through this process easily. Again, whether you're buying or selling, call them 704-439-6232, 704-439-6232, or visit them online at lkncharlottehomes.com. That's lkncharlottehomes.com.
If you have a business and you want to take your advertisements to the next level, then you need to be using Ace TJ Media. You want the most creative content for digital, video, and audio? It's all at Ace TJ Media. Go to acetjmedia.com.
Who is advertising with the Ace and TJ Show?
Here at Sweet Dreams, we love to kick back and listen to our favorite podcast, TJ and Jody's House, and hear them mention all the time the awesome furniture they got from us at Sweet Dreams. And just today, we actually had a customer come and buy a whole house full of furniture because they heard us on TJ and Jody's House.
The Ace and TJ Show is radio, podcasts, video, social media, streaming, live appearances, and more. Get your company on before it's too late. Ace TJ at acetj.com or acetjmedia.com.
Hey, hon? What are all these people doing in their house?
Oh, they're from Sweet Dreams. They stand behind their furniture. Isn't that great?
At Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture, we won't literally physically stand behind the furniture in your house. What you have just witnessed is a simple dramatization of how much we care, which is like a whole lot. Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Somebody should get fired.
That's how the
how'd you
Titanic
miss that?
sank.
Yeah, that's how the Titanic sank?
Yeah, because they were supposed to be looking out for icebergs, and they were like, "Oh,
I thought you meant
icebergs."
an asteroid hit it.
Yeah, I was like, well,
What version did you see?
I was gonna let it fall.
Just eat that meat and be proud about it.
Mm-hmm. Eat that meat. Be proud.
Yes.
It sounds like a dopehead movie to me.
No. It's a very brain type movie.
Oh,
a very brain type movie.
Yeah.
Save that clip. It's like a very brain type movie.
You know.
Yeah,
I get it.
That was that's an all-time classic, Alexis. Oh, right there.
Welcome back to the Share Funny podcast on Ace TJ TV. Own Facebook group. To join, search Share Funny and get more. Now more Share Funny from the Ace and TJ family.
Alexia.
Yes.
Do you still say that an owl is your spirit animal?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. Well, you know me. You know how I am just obsessed with keeping up with what's new in the woke world and how rules change all of a sudden and all, so I don't make any mistakes.
Right.
I saw the other day that calling something your spirit animal is an insult to Native Americans.
I just saw that on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw it on the TV show, the morning show. They used the term spirit animal and get in a lot of trouble.
Why do you hate that so much?
Because my ancestors are native to Central America, so I can do that.
Yeah.
Next question.
So what about the people who teach you about spirit animals and whatnot?
I teach myself.
So you don't mind being filled with hate?
Well, it's not hate.
I think it is. It's cultural appropriation.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And I thought you were better than that.
You're not part of the culture, so you don't know.
What culture?
The spirit world.
The spirit culture.
The spirit world culture.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And?
Well, one of your spirit animals escaped the Central Park Zoo, Alexis, and they were all freaking out about it. It's a big old ass owl, and they were wondering if it was going to be able to live after it escaped. It was going to be able to live out in the wild, and they've gotten some pretty good signs that Flacco, the Euro-Asian eagle owl, is going to be okay, because it is now laying waste to the rats in Central Park.
Oh, I bet it's having a feast.
Yeah, so it just
tearing them up.
Yeah, it escaped the Central Park Zoo, and it just went right outside the walls and is living in Central Park. And they're seeing rats showing up half-eaten all over, and they've seen the owl.
Yeah.
That's what they should do, is
They
release
should
a
put 'em
bunch of
in
owls.
Yeah, in the city. They should release owls and hawks and all kinds of stuff. It's just have them swarming on the city.
Do you think that owl gets out and it's like somebody, it's like a buffet all of a sudden? They've probably kept it on a very regimented diet, and now it's just like a rat, wham. There's just one
like
after the
Thanksgiving.
It's no competition either.
Yeah.
The only thing that I guess they have snakes in Central Park. I don't know, but
that's crazy.
But can you imagine if they did get that idea and ran with it about just turning a bunch of predator birds loose in the city to kill all the rats, and people would be
Don't you see that?
be running for cover?
I was going to say, doesn't that feel like it's the premise of a bad horror movie where they had the right idea that it all went wrong, and suddenly there's like
the Hitchcock classic Birds.
Oh,
it's better than poison.
That's fantastic.
Because at least you're feeding the other animals. You're not just killing animals; you're killing them, but feeding others at the same time.
Your God's beings do what they was put on this earth to do.
So that's what I'm saying.
But I mean, you would have to shut down New York because people wouldn't be able to be out going to work and things like that with just a swarm of predator birds swooping down all the time.
Owls just swooping down like crazy in the streets.
And I'm more concerned about the hawks and the eagles coming at you.
I mean, they're going to start going after people. You couldn't have food on the street. You couldn't do that stuff. They're just going to be everywhere.
Now, it'd be fun for me to watch because I don't like New York. I think it would be entertaining to put one of those webcams up there and just watch all the birds swooping in and eating the rats.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be like my favorite nature film, man.
Yeah.
Just sitting there watching them swarming in, eating damn pizza crusts.
That owl's going to get fat, though. I mean, those rats are huge.
Yeah.
And it's eating all day. That's just going to be a huge
Yeah.
fat owl.
And it's not,
It's not gonna be
and
able
it's
to
not doing a lot
fly.
of flying. If it's staying with. I know Central Park is huge, but still, compared to being out in the wilderness, it's not doing a lot of flying. And I wonder why it won't fly back into where it got out of.
Are you kidding me? Would you run back to prison?
Well, I mean, I would go back in there at night maybe and get some shelter, sleep in the house, and then come back out the next day and get back in the park. It's not like this owl knows they're not going to shoot me or anything. Yeah. I got the run of the place. I can do whatever I want. I mean, he's like, people on Mayor of Kingstown need to get me, tell them how to survive prison.
Okay.
There's somebody named Carter on YouTube who's watching live on YouTube right now that said, did you hear that in Florida, they are putting GPS devices in possums to find the larger pythons. So the pythons eat the possums, and that alerts them they can go immediately to catch the pythons to get them out of there.
Yeah, I don't know which one's creepier, the python or the possum.
That's a genius idea, though.
Yeah.
We'll just essentially tag the food, and the food will lead us to where the possum is, because the python's going to eat the possum eventually.
We'll force feed a possum a GPS tracker.
Right.
Into Florida. Shove an air tag up its ass.
Yeah. So you got to catch the possum first. How long is that taking?
Holy cow.
In a no-kill trap, nonetheless.
Yeah.
Not very practical.
But just like, peeing without pulling your pants down. I don't know what that means.
Pissing all over
you. Kill them. They're vermin. They're varmints. Kill them.
This is the Share Funny podcast from the Ace and TJ family. More next. You're watching the Share Funny podcast live on YouTube. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Welcome back to the Share Funny podcast on Ace and TJ Family. Let's go!
Let's go. Let's go.
Is today Wednesday?
Yep.
Yep.
Hump day.
All right. Lottery's tonight. Isn't it?
So, men's, if you are looking for the most single ladies in America, you're looking for the city that has the most single ladies, which is a good thing. You know, if you can find a place that has the most single ladies. The bad thing is if it's a place that you wouldn't ever want to live, it makes it, you know, kind of like a deal with the devil. But this is in the sexy tropical paradise of Buffalo, New York.
All right.
Doubt it.
All right.
Doubt it.
Doubt what?
That's where the most sexiest women
No.
are?
No.
Oh, okay, I was about to say,
The city with the most single ladies.
Okay, I think sexy ladies.
No, big difference.
Yeah, it said it's quantity.
Yeah.
Not necessarily quality.
Let me tell you, it's a big difference.
I don't know that I've ever met a woman from Buffalo. I've known a couple of guys from Buffalo, and I've never been to Buffalo.
You got to be sturdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, my old roommate's from Buffalo.
Really?
Yeah, they're scary up there.
That's a different breed.
Mm-hmm.
The woman that you were roommates with when you first came to work for us.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we met her, did we?
No, you guys never met her.
Mm-hmm. Was she pretty?
Yeah, she's cute. She's pretty.
Like for Buffalo or for everywhere else?
No, she's pretty, but I've seen pictures of her friends.
Pretty good. She knows some ugly buffalo.
She's pretty.
I mean, you know, well, you'd be a beauty queen in Buffalo.
It's the home of the trash boy.
No, it's Rochester, isn't it?
Oh, is
Yeah.
it?
But as far as the rest of the country, you'd be about below average. No, really, I can't say that women in Buffalo would be any less attractive than anywhere else. Because, like I said, I've never met any woman from Buffalo.
Oh, and then my friend that lives in Denver, she's from Buffalo, and she's cute.
Let's see. What happens if I Google women of Buffalo?
But having to live in Buffalo would be the thing.
Yeah, it's like if you move out of Buffalo, then you like get prettier. But if you stay in Buffalo, it's like
you become
uglier.
Well, I mean, because you're inside all the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, the winters are harsh. Usually, where there are harsh winters, you don't find a lot of people who are obsessed with making sure that they look good.
And what do they have? What's their claim to fame? Buffalo sauce.
Buffalo
chicken,
wings.
Buffalo wings,
jump through tables.
Buffalo chicken. Yeah, the Buffalo Bills, the Bills Mafia.
Beef on weck is a buffalo sandwich. It's indigenous to the Buffaloes people.
Here are your winter averages in Buffalo, if this helps at all. The average low temperature in December is 26. The average low in January is 20. And the average low in February is 19. The average high in both January and February is 31. So on the average day, it never gets above freezing.
Ugh. Yeah, that sucks. They're probably a little pasty out there.
I would be perfect in Buffalo.
Yeah, you look like you're from Buffalo.
And I bet they don't fix their hair a lot, like take a lot of time fixing their hair and all, because they always, anytime they go outside, they got to be wearing hats.
You got to wear a hat, yeah.
Britt's got bad hair in Buffalo. That's a good blanket statement.
It's all got static in it.
Everybody got bad hair in Buffalo.
But I
look like they comb their hair with a balloon.
It's funny you mentioned that. I've thought about that so many times in places that are really cold because you have to wear a hat, some type of tobog or something when you go out to keep your head covered. Every time you go, by the time you get to work, you take your hat off, like your hair looks like hell all the time.
Yeah. That's some.
Ooh, are you from Buffalo?
I just took his hat off.
Mine looks great.
Can you tell I've had a hat on?
The people seem really cool from Buffalo, though. Like they seem like fun.
They seem
nice,
like a little
cool
rowdy, honestly.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
but I mean,
That's
they
really
seem like
fun.
they're nice and
Yeah.
they're fun and they're down to have a good. We're gonna make everything's gonna be good. We're gonna make it a good time. That kind of thing.
I don't have anything negative to say about anybody I've ever met from Buffalo.
Me either.
But I also don't remember walking away going, now that's a good looking guy. Or that's a good looking woman. She's gorgeous. I don't know. I'm sure they're there, though.
Sure.
I mean, everybody has their positives and
Absolutely.
negatives.
Zac Efron's from Buffalo.
Oh, and I like him. He's fun.
Is he?
You.
No. No.
Do you think Jeremy Renner is good looking, Alexis?
See, I don't think he is like handsome, but
He's
there's
rugged
something.
looking,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's rugged, and I think he's hot.
Because that
He's a bad boy too.
There was a black woman in the show the other night that referred to him once as pretty, and then the next time she referred to him as with your fine white ass. Why does
Really?
he trust your fine white ass? Is what she said.
Yeah, he's like a man, and he seems like I can just tell him, "Hey, go kill this person," and he'd do it.
He's
Yeah.
like a man.
What?
And I like that.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Learning a lot here.
I want a man who'll put a hit out on somebody.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's sexy. Not that they would actually do it,
yeah.
but the idea that they could.
Does Jay seem like that type of man?
Like a deadly silent killer.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
Like
I
a
would.
fart.
Like what?
Like a fart.
Yeah, like a fart.
Silent but deadly. Bring you to your knees.
You're stupid.
Yeah. I don't know. He didn't strike me as the kind of guy that would be a killer at all. He's just a very nice man.
Yeah, he's very nice.
Where is Jeremy Renner from? Buffalo? Is he from Buffalo?
From now on,
He's from
everybody we
damn-
don't know is from Buffalo.
He's from damn.
He's from California.
Oh yeah.
Where's Jeremy Renner
That's why he
from?
didn't know how to use a
Modesto.
snowplow.
Aw,
That's why
don't
he didn't
say
know how to
that.
use a snowplow.
It rolls over him. Does that affect the way you look at him? You mean he's such a man, then he gets rolled over by his own snowplow.
But he was trying to save someone, so
Yeah,
that
that's
you
true.
know.
That's true. But a
That
damn
makes it-
cowboy doesn't get run over
Yeah,
by
I
his own
know.
horse.
If a I'd be
Wow.
like, ew, turn off. You're not a real cowboy. You dropped your cowboy hat? Ew, not a real cowboy.
Oh, really?
You can't even drop your cowboy hat.
I didn't know that.
You can't do it. Means you're not a real cowboy.
Is that a rule that you know?
It's in
or you're
Yellowstone.
Just, oh, is it?
Yeah, they made fun of what's his name because he dropped his hat, and they're like, "You never leave your hat behind."
Rip when he was little.
Not Rip,
You know,
the skinny kid that came on last. What's his name?
Oh,
That his
the one that
grandpa.
sings.
No, it was the one that his grandpa like asked Kevin Costner if he could take him in. I can't think of his name.
He's
right
not
now.
on there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Jody says she thinks he's coming back though.
Really?
In another show, man. Yeah, what was his name?
I can't think of his name. Jimmy.
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 Jimmy went to the quad sixes.
Jimmy. Yep. And he dropped his hat, and they all made fun of him because of it, and they told him he wasn't a real cowboy.
Well, but now though, Jimmy is a real cowboy.
Well, now he is.
Now
They had to
he's-
prove
now
himself.
he's legit, and
Yeah.
even they said, Jimmy, you a real cowboy now.
That's what they said.
That's what they said. They said, Jimmy.
Is it Jimmy? We never thought you was gonna amount to nothing, but here you are. You done gone to Texas, and you having barn relations with the vet. You got her been over a hay bale out here,
real man.
keeping your hat on.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, Jimmy.
Now he never leaves his hat.
Because now
You
he's a real
done,
cowboy.
you done stump broke the lady vet.
Damn.
Oh, speaking of that, I told y'all the other day my neighbors are moving. They sold their house. They're moving. And then Jody said the only thing she knows about the new neighbors is that they're both veterans. Because of the question always comes up, this topic of I hope the neighbors are our same political persuasion. And I said, well, it's a good sign though that they're both veterans. She goes, what? I said, you told me they were both veterans. She goes, did you have your glasses on? I said, they're both veterinarians. Animal doctors.
Big difference.
Oops. Yeah.
The Share Funny podcast is a production of the Ace and TJ family. To get more Ace and TJ 24/7, download the Ace and TJ app. Just search for Ace and TJ in your app store.
Thanks for watching the Ace and TJ Show on Ace TJ TV. All material copyright ATJ Incorporated, a JT Media live production.